But I once I got over that, I started watching the other games probably like an hour late, and I was just looking at everybody. It's tough, man. It's this season gonna be interesting.
It's some good football teams, man. Some solid football teams.
You can stand up, or you can stand around, Better keep your hands up, before you be a man down. I know what your plans was. That ain't better get them hands up, before you be a man down.
All right, here we go, man. Man Down Podcast. I'm with the whole panel today, man. My technical difficulties got fixed, so we good to go there. This is episode 84. Man, we got a whole bunch to talk about, man. There's nothing like having football and basketball season going on at the same time. You got playoffs, you got, the excitement of the beginning of football, a whole bunch of stuff, man. Week 2 was riddled by injuries, though.
Man.
What's our biggest takeaway from week 2, man, before we get started?
The Giants, fan. Yeah, and the Giants might as well become a AAA team because
they lost the talent.
They lost the talent.
That's all they had. That's all they had, man.
Man.
My takeaway is a little bit more personal.
Oh man, we'll get into that.
We'll get into that.
But that's my takeaway is the Saints.
Yeah. And we're gonna talk about that. But before we even get started, we're on iTunes, Spotify, Google Podcasts. Subscribe to us in YouTube. We're trying to build that channel up as well. Make sure you invite everybody you can invite to our Facebook page as well.
Hey, my phone been going bananas with these approvals for the Facebook group. Like it's getting crazy.
Yeah, that's good. I like it.
Good, yes.
I like
you get a lot more feedback and everything. Like it's good. I like it a lot.
Good stuff, man.
Hey, another editing note. If you guys give StreamYard the permission to show your name if you're going to comment, man, so everybody can see you over in the comments. They want to say Facebook user or YouTube user.
Yeah, that's the new thing we didn't figure out. So when we was like, man, how come at the beginning when we first started, everybody pop up on, with their name and their profile pic.
Yeah.
Melvin, but I think it's something with you because anytime, let's say last week when you wasn't on and whoever was hosting it, people was showing up. But I noticed whenever you're the host, it is something different.
No, it's StreamYard made a change. They want you to give them permission to use your profile pic. Before that, they was just using it without your permission.
Makes sense.
Yeah, so that's what it is. I couldn't figure it out at first, but that's what it is, man. But hey, man, where we start, man? I guess we can go backwards. So we can start with the Raiders, or do we start with Thursday night and end with the Raiders? Because we definitely got to talk about the Raiders a little bit.
Oh man, let's just start off with them. That's a fresh game.
I don't have to ask who that is. That's I don't have to ask.
I know who that is.
I don't have to ask.
I know who it is. Yeah, you already know who it is.
You know who that is, man.
Ain't nobody. I know what we start with, though. We actually start with what's trending, man. Because
might as well get it out of the way.
Yeah.
All right. First things first. A little basketball news. Billy Donovan has been named probably like an hour ago the coach of the Chicago Bulls, and the Chicago fan base, including their one of their players, Zach LaVine, seem to be pretty happy. Probably because Billy Donovan's name is not Jim Boylan. They probably would have taken me if
he would have been more happy if it was Mark Jackson.
Of course. But I guess they're not gonna complain. What y'all think about that hire?
I'm gonna go last.
I'll start.
Okay. So I don't actually mind Billy Donovan because look at the job he did. I mean, with OKC. I'm not gonna say I was an OKC or a Russ fan, but I didn't think he was bad there. And let's look at his time with Florida. I mean, the time that he actually won national championship, he actually had an all-star team, right? So I don't know if you want to constitute him being a great coach when he had 6 players off of that one team to get drafted. But I don't mind Billy Donovan. I think he's a decent X's and O's coach.
As far as
I'm not even
resume-
kind of disagree. I disagree because I don't think he did a good job with the talent that he had in Oklahoma.
Think he could have done more?
I think he could have done better, yeah. But it depends on what they're gonna do in Chicago. I mean, if you can bring in a big name free agent and have somebody, I mean, they got a good young nucleus down there, but if you can bring in, I mean, Giannis is shopping around. If you can bring somebody like that in, you know what I mean, and then, but it's not gonna happen. You know what I mean? But if you can bring in a big name free agent, then maybe. But I don't think it's going to be. I think it'll be about the same in Chicago. I don't think it's going to be any different.
Me either.
I mean, here's the thing. Here's the thing. First of all, you got to throw his whole college resume out the window because the NBA is a different beast.
Here's his NBA resume.
Yeah. So what I'll say with that is, I mean, that's an average run of a mill coach. Like, so if you're an NBA superstar, right, and you just heard that Billy Donovan went anywhere, are you going to say, "Hey, I'd like to go there too"? The answer is still no.
Nope.
Yeah. So how are you going to attract a big name free agent to come to cold ass, killing ass Chicago? Really not the guy to do it. You know what I'm saying? Listen, it was a hire because he didn't have a job and the Bulls needed a coach. That was all that was. Other than
That's
that,
what it
man,
seemed like.
It's trash. I'm not a fan of this hire at all.
Is it my go?
I'll go real quick.
Okay.
It's Billy Donovan. I mean, I don't really know. I like Billy Donovan. I'm pretty sure he's a good guy. But I mean, Billy Donovan to me, yeah, I'm pretty sure he's hospitable. He probably grab you coffee in the morning. You know, if we got a meeting, you know, you know how it is. We all Navy guys. We know how those morning meetings can be. But he just does not. For a young team, that team has Zach LaVine, who's a budding star. They got Kobe White. They got what's the center?
Wendell Carter Jr.
Wendell Carter Jr.
Marketing.
They got Laurie Marketing.
Shout out to Wendell. Put some respect on his name. Is Wendell.
Wendell, my bad. Like Stephon.
Like not Wendell. Wendell.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah. He the cool version.
Yeah.
But it's too many young guys. You need a coach that is a developer of talent. And I don't know if Billy Donovan. I do know that Billy Donovan is not that. The stars that he's had, in my opinion, I think Chris Paul was more the leader of that team to push them to the playoffs this past season. I think he was the guy, and Billy kind of just went through Chris Paul for everything. He doesn't strike me as a guy that's a leader of men. He don't strike me as a guy that is a developer of talent. So I really don't understand the hire other than anybody except for Jim Boylan. So I feel like it was too many names out there to settle with Billy Donovan.
Way too many. All right.
I think one of them things I think one of them names that should be on there is Doc Rivers too, but we can talk about that later.
Oh, come on, man. Is it my go?
Hey, Melvin,
go ahead, man.
Before you go, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
And you can answer the question and then give your take.
Okay.
You got a team, you need a coach. Billy Donovan or Steve Nash? Go.
I'm going Steve Nash. But
Damn,
this is my go. Here's my take on this.
Take long at all.
Yeah, here's my take on it. This is my take. You ready?
Yeah.
Next story. Now it's really like it's much ado about nothing, man. Like, no, I'm serious, man. Like, I mean, who they thought? Come on, bro. Hey, come on, man. Billy, come on.
We ain't even got to discuss it, Mel.
No, I mean, okay, all right. I give it a little something. All right, okay. So he got a 600. He got a 600 winning record, right? But you've played with you've coached all world players, right? Right. You have. I mean, come on. You had KD for a couple of years. You know
exactly.
I'm not saying you're supposed to do a whole lot with Russ when he was by himself, but then at one point you had Russ, Melo, and Paul, and you couldn't figure that out. And then Melo goes and figured it out with Dame Lillard and shows you that, hey man, everybody who doubted him before, D'Antoni, Billy Donovan, similar type dumb coaches, he proved to them that they really don't have an eye for anything, or they really can't lead anything. And just like Zoe said, Chris Paul was the one that came over there and set that thing straight. That's why Billy Donovan really wasn't in the race for Coach of the Year, even though the team had a good record, right? And the team overachieved and all that stuff. They attributed all that to Chris Paul.
They definitely overachieved. Right.
Now, what I do want to say about it is I think I remember someone saying, I can't remember who it was, the last time they hired someone that had a horrible going with their first couple of teams, but keep getting jobs. He was like, how is it that coaches not of color have the opportunity to fail up so much? Like, how do you fail and then get a better job than the one you failed at? Right?
Check this out. I got the perfect example for that. We was talking about this at work today. The Detroit Lions. Jim Caldwell got fired with a 9-7 record.
He did.
And Pat Patricia hasn't won 9 games since he's been there.
Exactly. But But he's from that coaching tree of Belichick.
Belichick tree. Mm-hmm.
Bro. Like how like the Detroit wasn't even sniffing the playoffs, and all of a sudden you get this guy here who worked with Peyton Manning and Tony Dungy. He knows what he's talking about. He's old school, and he changed that horrible culture to where you got a running record, and all you got to do is wait. The same thing happened with Mike Singletary in San Francisco. He changed that horrible culture, and all you had to do was give him some time. Like Vernon Davis was on his way to being a bust. Right? Mike Singletary turned it around. You know, same thing with Mark Jackson. He turned Golden State around. But it seems like if you don't catch lightning in a bottle as a black head coach, like Mike Tomlin did, where you come in and all of a sudden you go straight to the Super Bowl. If you don't do that, like Lovie Smith did with the Bears, if you don't do that, your tenure is you're not going to get an opportunity to fail. When you fail, you're gone. Raheem Morris, Caldwell. I mean, we can go on and on. Mike Singletary, Mark Jackson. If you fail, you're gone as a black head coach. But when you fail as an Anglo-Saxon, you get promoted to a better position and a better job. I just don't get it. But next story.
Oh, we get it, but you know.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
All right.
Not today.
We're not gonna do it today. Speaking of people of color, prime time. What we like to call them, made a primetime entrance. I don't know if you guys saw it.
I saw it.
Into like primetime would do. Entrance into his new coaching gig at Jackson State University at HBCU.
Wasn't much social distancing, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, that man was a fool. Band entrance and all.
Yeah.
JSU jacket, putting on the show.
It's Dion.
It's Dion. I mean, what did you expect? It's prime. That was prime, definitely.
Yes.
I'm glad he's getting an opportunity. And I know they said that it was false, but if any of that coaching staff that that was rumored to be brought in turns out to be true, they are setting up to draw a lot of attention to themselves, and from recruits and people and fans alike. So, what do you guys think about the hire, and how do you think it's going to affect people going to the HBCUs?
I go first since I went last time.
Okay.
I don't have a lot of faith in it. So it was false. It was a false report. Warren Sapp, T.O., and all those guys are not getting hired by Dion. As far as what Dion said on Twitter, right? But let's say if it was true, I don't have that much confidence in their coaching ability. I think T.O. as far as the player development, working with receivers, making maybe as a trainer as well, because this dude is like 50 and still like in better shape than most daggone rookies right now.
That's
He ran
right.
a 4.4 140 like 2 months ago.
He definitely can help a team out conditioning and training wise and stuff like that. As far as coaching, if it's just coaching receivers, then yeah. But I don't see nothing else unless he's just learning the trade while he's on the job. Warren Sapp, I don't know. But what they will do is attract a lot of attention to HBCUs, especially Delwyn. That's a lot of star power for a kid to say no to just so they can go play for the racist guy, Dab Sweeney in Clemson, at Clemson. You know what I'm saying? Like how do you tell Deion, Warren Sapp, T.O. no so you can go to Dab Sweeney? It's very hard.
It's difficult.
Yeah. For me, I love the hire, and I think it could definitely. It gives you what it does. It gives you people. It gives you athletes that play the game and they have a plug into the league. They know what it takes to get to the league, right? Same thing with T.O. and Warren Sapp, if that's true. I hope it is. I really do. T.O. It's just about training the position, like running routes. I saw him when he was with the Cowboys in training camp, just teaching receivers how to get their heads over, like get your head over your body, get your upper body, so you can break down and cut any position. Just small things that he can teach receivers. I think it'll stack Jackson State, but I'm not so sure what it'll do for other HBCUs unless they make similar hires, because everybody's just gonna want to go to Jackson State and play for Deion. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, before Jay and Kaz go, let me play. I don't know what press conferences was. I don't know if that was the official one. It looked like it was at a church. But here's some stuff that Prime had to say.
These are tears that you don't understand the prayers that has been made. These are tears that has accompanied me through this journey. These are tears of satisfaction, Mr. President. These are tears of joy, Ashley. These are tears that just establish how proud I am to stand before my people. I said to stand before my people. I never read nothing. I usually come right off my cap, but it's a couple things that I wanted to truly establish. I believe that God led me here, not man. I'm gonna say it real slow. I believe that God led me here, not man, because man didn't believe that I was coming.
I tell you what, everybody black can preach. Go ahead, Jay.
I was just about to say that boy. Nobody doing up there.
He turned it into a sermon.
Yeah, he pretty much did.
And I'm glad that you said that. Hey, listen, I don't know what Prime can do on Saturday, but Prime can get in that pulpit on Sunday. I got like a year and a half of eligibility. I'm about to go down to Jackson State.
Exactly, man. Tell it. Look, every
man, I was listening to that, and I said I believe at the end. He asked you, come on, say it with me. I believe. I was in a car listening to that 10-minute. I was like, I believed you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I listened to the whole thing today. I listened to this whole. You got to remember, I'm legitimately 5 minutes away from JSU as far as where I work at. And yeah, the person I was with went to JSU. My son's mother, she's getting her master's at JSU right now. I mean, so in this community, I know what you were saying, Mel, but I think Deion said it best. I'm not just trying to get young men into professional athletes. I'm trying to make young men professionals. Right. So whatever you want to say about him being a coach is one thing, but I think that star power can probably get, his first year there, probably a 3-star athlete to come to JSU. And whereas, the best they was probably going to get was a 1 or a 2, at best a 2-star. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
With what our country is going through this year, and already we have a top 10 basketball player going to Howard. I think Dion can persuade some of the big name players to come here, because like they say, you might be able to, be a good X's and O coach, but sometimes you need those Joes to actually perform. Like,
It's true.
do you think, with all honesty, Dabo Sweeney can come to JSU with the talent that they had and run a sweat?
No. And what I want to ask you is from Lamar Wallace, this comment that he just made, how the expectations are going to be high because it's Dion.
Absolutely.
The spotlight is going to be there
because it's Dion.
Right. So you see how Harbaugh is at Michigan. The program is good, but they can't beat Ohio State. And
they can't beat Ohio State to save their life.
Right. They're asking for his job. You get what I'm saying? They're asking for his head on a platter. That's the spotlight that a lot of people don't have. Do you think it's going to be like that for Dion and the HBCU?
No.
Yeah, well,
I don't think they're going to be asking for his job. If you look at what JSU been through the past 10 years of the SWAC, I mean, they're not what I would say. I think Grambling has been on the top of the SWAC pretty much for the past 10 years. So it's Dion. If he brings in more big name talent, and if he changes the direction as far as they winning probably a SWAC championship like within his first 3 years, I don't think you can ask for more from him. He's getting big name recruits to actually come here. He's right now they have they stadium like 65,000 people. Their stadium on average at home games they get 33,000. So if Dion fill that stadium and is maintain the same record, if Dion fill that, you think they're gonna be like, oh no, we got
Dion won't feel it. That team gonna have to feel it. Anybody gonna come to watch Dion hold no clipboard? And no
so I'm gonna tell you what I say to what you just said, Cass. And I'll be interested to see if his son goes to Jackson State and plays quarterback there, because right now he's scheduled to go to Florida State. So
I think he end up at Florida State. The only way he end up playing for his daddy at Florida State, tell him he gonna be like the third string.
Right. So once you get and that's your 4 and 5 star athlete, right? So once you get a 4 or 5 star athlete into the program, that 4 or 5 star athlete, unlike basketball, where you got a high school 5-star athlete going to Howard, right? That's a one and done. He's gonna play 1 year in college and then he's going to the NBA.
Right.
And in football, you are embedded in that school for 3 years. At least.
Yep.
At least. So
that's true.
Whatever you gonna do, like if you go into Jackson State, I mean, you better put up some numbers, because the last big quarterback to come out of historically black college that did well in the NFL was probably Steve McNair.
It's got to be another one.
No, I thought Steve McNair went to Southern Miss.
No.
It's some quarterbacks.
Alcorn, yeah.
What did Antoine Randall go to?
Mississippi.
Okay, no, that's not.
Ole Miss.
Ole Miss, no, that's not HBCU.
Yeah, okay. Man. So you, especially if you got, so you got the kid at what is it? The school in Norfolk. Is it Norfolk State? They got the kid in Norfolk State that they're talking about is going to be a top recruit. You know what I mean? Like he'll be a top round draft pick, at least in the first 3 rounds. And he's putting up ungodly numbers. Well, he put up ungodly numbers last year. He's not playing this year, of course. I don't think they are.
Hey, thanks, Eric. My bad. So he's not going
FIU.
He's going to FIU.
Gotcha.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Eric. Appreciate it, bro.
So, yeah, Corey, I get what you were saying about the whole one and done, but right now you're basically preaching to the opposite end of the choir. Like you basically saying why kids shouldn't come. Like I get the basketball could be a 1-year obligation.
Mm-hmm.
How we supposed to get the black community to actually dedicate themselves to lower facilities, to not as great exposure? I was legitimately
just
speaking.
but
Yeah,
like you just said, putting butts in the stands.
right.
That's how you're gonna get the money to build up the program.
Right. I get what you're saying, but it sounded like you were saying no, Kaz.
No.
That's
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is it's going to have to be something like that is going to have to be established. There's going to have to be a longevity involved in it because it's not going to happen overnight. It's not. So don't look for 4 and 5 star athletes to go. They're going to go to Coach Dabo Swinney for the first couple of years. But once your program starts to build, and this is why I hope Dion stays for 5-10 years, and hopefully he's not doing this now to get him a seat into the NFL. He's got to be there for a while in order
he has to be there. It's not going to work unless he's there for 5 or 10 years, because at the end of the day, every collegiate athlete's goal, if you playing collegiate ball, at least to start, is to playing at the next level, at least seeing if you could play at the next level. And he's going to have to prove that he can do that. Yes, he got the connections, but at the end of the day, and yes, his name will bring some camera crews too. But he has to prove that he can not only develop the talent, but can get the talent there. And until then, those kids have proven guys. Is stupid as it seems to me. The Dabo Sweeneys, the Nick Sabans, the big name colleges are still going to get those guys, because you see what happens in the draft every year. Yeah, there are some that slip through the cracks, but my goodness, the overwhelming majority of the people that get drafted come from those Power 5 conferences. And until we are able to flip that switch, it'll still be looked at as the lower level regardless, as far as for our HBCUs. Now, if all of these students do like Mikey Williams was discussing and the Maker kid is doing, by the way, Mikey Williams just transferred to a school in Charlotte, Jay. We might have to go check one of their games out. Yeah, if they actually start doing that on a regular basis, it's going to take a lot of these kids to go to these places. It's going to take tons of kids. Now, Dion is a name that could do it, but like Corey said, man, he has to commit to this program for real and not just use it as a stepping stone to get him a coordinator job in the NFL.
I don't think that's what Dion doing, to be honest with you.
I hope not.
I don't think
not.
I don't think he revered the NFL that much. He prime time all about that money and that spotlight, man.
That's true too.
Man. So
he passed up coordinator jobs to be a coordinator at his son's high school. So that's why I'm like, I don't really know if it's as much about the money. With like legitimately, like when I heard his ceremony, when the brother was looking at the pulpit, when he was asking the deacons and the deaconess, all right, I'm just messing with you. But when I legitimately,
he probably was doing that too.
No, he had a couple of like, man. But on a serious note, when I was listening to him, he legitimately sounds like he was speaking from the heart.
I hope so.
And
I hope so.
Prime Time is not a man to like back or like to lie. He seems like, from what I gather, he was an upfront and honest person, especially when the Giants was picking at what it was 8, and they asked him to learn their playbook, and he asked them what pick y'all have in the draft? 8. I'm gonna be gone, but before then, and he just walked off. Like, for a man that I can see as honest as he is when it comes to his draft position, I don't think he's gonna play with kids like futures. So that's why I feel as like, I know y'all said that getting those big name prospects, but I have a little cousin right now that's a junior in the state of Louisiana. He's gonna be a big name prospect. It's not up just to Dion, it's up to his me. Like, I'm a person he respects. I'm pretty sure y'all have individuals that y'all know, little cousins or somebody that maybe y'all can help influence their decision of going to a big name school, a smaller name school like that.
Right.
That's true.
It's just like the very first black person that went to Alabama, like a major school. She had to endure a lot. So I mean,
right.
So
to say the least,
right. The thing with what you're saying, Kaz, and this is why I was saying it's going to take like a recruit like his son to go there as well and kind of lead the way. Another thing that they need to do, man, is how black schools go to play in these bowl games. You understand what I'm saying? But the other schools, the other Division II schools, go into the playoff protocol and they actually go through the playoffs. They need to go into that playoffs and make a run so they can say, hey, like we beat top quality teams at the Division II level. You understand what I'm saying? And we made a deep playoff run, or we played for a Division II national championship in order to start getting more players in.
Yeah, and scheduling some of those big names, for their out of conference games. Get some of those D1 FBS teams in there, or go to their house to play just to get that play feeling and that exposure. That's what those small guys do anyway. They try to go to Florida or Georgia or Alabama at least one time, and they might get smacked, but they're gonna get a check with it. And those kids, if they make a play, now they on national TV on Sports Center.
Because Appalachian State made a living going there knocking off D1
exactly.
Now they D1 school.
Michigan, right?
And now they exactly now they are that D1 school.
Yes.
So I think that it just like Luther said, the circle of influence is really, really important from all aspects, not just the prime going there, but like Cass said, the people that's around them. All of that is definitely important. But hopefully they're able to get some names in there just for the sake of growing the HBCUs all over.
Absolutely.
All right. I'm with it.
All right.
Hold on. Why Jay got that mic covering his whole face up?
Jay face was like this the whole time. Look. Y'all ever seen that look that Kevin Hart mean when he was like, look at this?
Yeah.
That was Jay the whole time.
Look at the bowl. All right, what's up, Zoe?
All right, lastly for news, and so we can get into these NFL topics, because Django was already talking, ready to get into it. You say you hate us, Jay?
That's his Jay after dark voice right there.
What I tell Cass earlier, that's just hate wrapped up in love, man.
No. Finish it with the panties.
No, let's not. The group chat be crazy.
No.
Jay was like,
not doing it. No, we're not. It's a family show, man. Kids watch this.
All right. Lastly, about the news, man. On a serious topic, Vanessa Bryant is suing Sheriff Alex Villanueva and the LAPD over leaked photos of the Kobe crash site, at least minutes right after they discovered that it was his helicopter that went down. Rightfully so. There's absolutely no reason why you, and I got a problem with this because people are so thirsty to have the news rather than getting it, being tactful and understanding the situation. They just so eager to just get it first.
TMZ told her about it.
Mm-hmm. How do you find out that your husband and your daughter died in a helicopter crash from TMZ? Like
you're so thirsty. Like,
have
some fucking respect.
Have some respect, man.
This is like one of the biggest names in professional sports. This man just fucking died, and then they're gonna put up a false fucking helicopter crash and say that was Kobe's helicopter.
Biggest name in the world, man.
What that department did was they actually was on scene. First of all, they didn't secure it properly because some people actually got in there at the site. And then a week later, one of the deputies released photos of the scene that only the police could have.
So check it out. So there were people that were actually hiking on the mountain when the helicopter crashed. When the helicopter crashed, the sheriff's department was there within like 10 minutes. And instead of securing the scene, they were there taking pictures because they found out whose helicopter it was.
Right.
So the sheriff's department, of course, because of course, like you could probably tell who the people were in the helicopter, right? Some of them. They started sharing those pictures within the sheriff's department. And then, of course, the sheriffs that were getting the pictures started sharing them with their girlfriends. And then their girlfriends started sharing them with their girlfriends. And then the pictures got out. Right? So he tried to clean it up and took all the sheriff's deputies' phones, you know what I mean, and made them erase all the pictures and everything. But they're already out. They're gone.
It's too late. They're
gone.
Yeah.
It's too late.
So
the only thing you can do from there is the people who did it, those guys need to be fired.
Absolutely.
And then you don't have a lawsuit because hey, I took care of it. You get what I'm saying? Now no one else has to come in and step in and say, what's been done about this.
So did y'all see where Sheriff Villanueva called out LeBron?
Yeah, same stupid guy.
Same guy.
Right? And then but
Same guy.
LeBron shot back at him and said, well, you need to police the people that sent the pictures out of my dead homie.
No, I need him to clap back at Candace Owens. That's who I need LeBron to clap back at. But I think LeBron is probably...
We're not giving Candace Owens. No, I don't
even
know.
give her the time.
We're not giving her the time of day.
But
that's what you want.
I don't know. I don't know if it's just me, but I just can't stand him.
No, this how you handle Candace Owens. This how you handle Candace Owens. You send her something that she can't resist of the chocolate persuasion, and then he ruined her freaking life. Like I can neither confirm or deny that it's a black market online entity that you can go to and pay for a person to go and wreck a female's life. Just like I'm not saying I know people that's in there, but you can call them and you give him the picture of the girl. He shows up somewhere where she's at. They start dating and he just ruins her life. That's what she needs. That's exactly what she needs.
God.
Does not support the ideas, thoughts, or suggestions.
Thank you, Jay. Thank you. We do not condone with Melvin Wall. Just
okay. Just let me know. Let me know if you want the number.
Not that you got it. We don't have it. But
no, I don't have it. I'm telling you, I've heard about it. I can't confirm that it's true or deny it. But they might be out there. That's all I'm saying.
Oh my God. Hey man, but I and Vanessa don't need the money, but I promise you that she gonna take the money and give it to the families because that's exactly what she said she was gonna do, and that's what she's gonna do.
Yep.
So good for her.
Like she's worth what, $500 million,
bruh.
Yeah, she's not hurting by a long shot. She's okay as far as the finances go.
The financial part of it is perfectly taken care of, and it seems like Kobe's friends, the ones that he was friends with, they taking care of her and the girls too.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Rest in peace to Bean. Still, it still don't even feel real, man.
It don't.
Yeah. Hey, on another note, before we get to the sports, man, those of y'all who keep sharing that meme saying that we had a problem with LeBron's son smoking weed, but wouldn't have a problem. Hey, I'm not even gonna finish it. Y'all need to stop that. Stop. I had to delete 3 of them today. Y'all
it was so come on.
That's not funny, man.
That was
not funny. Y'all need to stop that, man.
I'm not.
Y'all need to stop that. Leave the son alone.
I got one question.
I support that meme being in rotation at all. We here at the Man Down Podcast will also like you very quickly stop sharing that on Man Down page on Facebook or any other social media market.
Yes, please. Leave that man's son alone, man.
After you read it,
have them alphabet coming after us.
No, I'm good.
My whole thing with that was, what was he thinking? Did he think that it wasn't gonna get out? It's Bronny James. Yeah, he hit the wrong button. He hit the wrong button.
Somebody said I need to see that meme. You will not see it on our page.
Please don't look at it.
But it's definitely out there.
Y'all got a problem with Bronny smoking weed, but y'all ain't got a problem with Wade's son smoking. Nah, come on, man. Y'all didn't stop, man.
He said I was gonna post it, but I was already in.
Sheldon, you in the
was it Sheldon? Oh my goodness!
Boy, y'all stupid.
Hey, if it's one person who better not post it, it's Sheldon.
For real.
Sheldon told female she looked like she sit on the toilet for hours and smoke a pack of Newports a day.
What is wrong with Sheldon, man? That boy is crazy.
Hey,
oh my goodness!
Then Mel want to post the woman with the ugliest fingers in the world today. I was like,
I thought it was the Crip people.
You see what I said? I said she needs some Vaseline.
Bro, the comments on that thing, man.
Yeah, the comments went crazy.
Bro, that joke was crazy.
And when somebody said it looked like hot dogs on the grill once they get cold. Like,
who put a ring on it though? I was just by the hands. I can't do it.
She need to soak them things in some motor oil or something.
Yeah,
maybe she got nice feet. You know, like Eddie Murphy. Boomerang. He was a feet person. Maybe
Yeah,
nobody's feet look better than their hands. It's always a downgrade when you go from hands to feet. I've never seen ugly hands, pretty feet. It's gonna be ugly hands, uglier feet. Like
feet like they've been soccer kicking rocks, huh?
Oh man, your feet take more of a beating than your hands. You ain't seen nobody on their hands, have you? We not apes.
Say you, bro.
Anybody walk on
if you're new to the Man Down Podcast, this is the point in which we go off the cliff. It happens almost every show. Don't worry, we're gonna bring it back really soon.
We'll be back. We'll be back.
Hey, so week 2, man, what we getting into, man? I only want to talk about the injuries. We know Bosa, McCaffrey, a ton of man.
Saquon.
Bruh, picture why somebody was trading me Mark Ingram and Odell Beckham for Saquon, and I denied it.
Boy, somebody was looking out for you.
Yeah, that was
and Leonard Fournette was up on my bench, and then Hines got me 1.6 points.
Well, speaking of fantasy, man.
Yeah.
How about we just bring that up?
I think Sammy Watkins got killed on Sunday too. By the way,
how about we bring up fantasy, man? Look at your boy down there, Breonna Taylor. That's me, Melvin Wall. Look at me at 2-0, sitting pretty.
Does it look like somebody right there with you, home slice?
Yeah, I just made a trade with you too, man.
You did. We made a big trade today.
That was pretty
big trade.
I think that's gonna help you win the league. Pair you up with pair Dak up with Zeke. I shouldn't have done it. Shouldn't have done it.
It's gonna be a hell of a bye week.
Oh yeah, that's what you got to worry about.
That's the downfall.
There's Zoe down there. 1-1.
And Mike Thomas got hurt, bruh. Mike Thomas ruined my
Podcast.
Cash, you got Breeze too?
Hell no, I ain't got no goddamn Breeze. I knew better. I wasn't stupid.
Somebody called it the Disastro turf down at MetLife Stadium. The 49ers.
And you know what's funny? The Jets didn't nobody. Like, bruh.
Right. So look,
they used to play on
the baseball stadium, right? They still playing.
No. They got Levi Stadium. They got a brand new stadium, but it's natural turf though.
But what was they playing at where everybody was getting hurt?
Candlestick. Oh, you talking about this week or back previously?
Yeah,
they're playing in MetLife, New York. They going back to New York this week to play the Giants. They got the Jets and the Giants back to back in the same stadium.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, that's tough, man.
That's rough.
I'll be pissed off, man. I'll be hot.
They put in a petition to the league to get them to change the turf, and they was like, "We paid $10 million for this turf. We ain't changing nothing.
$10 million for grass?
Make it enough.
Fake grass. Yeah."
Terrell said, "What up, Jay?"
Hey, what up, Rare? What's happening?
Leg Mango Stadium.
All right, so let's get into these matchups, man. We ain't gonna talk about all of them, man. What was the big games?
You already know what the big game is. Kicker. Shout out to us. The champs is here.
Hey.
Oh, okay. The Chargers did play y'all tough, man.
They played y'all tough.
So when y'all said I made a dumb pick when I picked the Texans last week, I told y'all I thought the Texans was going to do exactly what the Chargers did, and the Chargers still didn't pull it off, you know. but I thought that was the game plan to beat them, and the Chargers executed it and almost pulled it off. So I mean,
we'll talk about it a little later in the show. It's a team that might be able to do it.
Yeah, it's two teams that might be able to do it. Yeah, might be seeing one of them Monday.
Might be seeing one of them on Monday.
Yeah. For real.
Yeah.
In the words of them boys down in Texas, on my mama, on my hood.
It ain't happening. It ain't happening.
I look fly.
Nah, looks good. Not with the tree. Not weak tree.
Okay.
Big trust.
Big trust.
Come holler. Come holler, Big Trust. We ready, Big Trust.
Okay.
All right. We'll be back next week, Jay. We're gonna see.
The miracle.
I want all four of y'all to take that Ravens box. I want all four of y'all to take that Ravens box so I can get another game up on you.
Okay.
I might pick them. I might
take the Ravens.
I
might
just take the
tough,
Ravens.
I think I'm gonna take the Ravens.
Tough.
Might just take the Ravens.
In the words of
that's right.
hey, Luke, man, get out my comment. Get out my comment.
Big trust, Luke. Yeah, that's what I'm talking
Big
about.
trust.
And real quick, Luke, while you right there, man, Google how many times Lamar Jackson has beat Pat Mahomes. Let me know when you come up with the answer. All right. What's next?
You want them to Google it Tuesday or you want them to Google it today?
It don't matter. The answer's still gonna remain the same.
Ooh, okay. All right.
All right, man. So what y'all think about the break-in with the Chargers though?
Hey, Justin Herbert is a quarterback, man.
He's the quarterback for the Chargers.
He just got too much arm. That's all it is. It's like he was like, I don't know, man. I guess it was his first game and he was just like putting too much on it. I'm like, bruh, we know you can throw it 90 million yards. Just like put a little touch on it, my brother.
Hey, man. He got a big arm. He just don't. His touch ain't right yet, but he'll get there.
Let me ask you this, Corey.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think the play of the game that actually turned the momentum and ultimately made them lose the game was that play where he ran and he was looking right at the first down line with nobody 10 yards ahead of him and he forced it from left to right. He was running left and threw back right and double coverage and the safety intercepted it. That was the game. That was the
yes. You have to. My coach in high school used to tell me one thing. If you have, it is a quicker route. If you got a wide open receiver, right? There's 10 yards in between y'all with nobody in front of y'all. It's a quicker distance to get him the ball, but it's more probability for failure. Just run the ball, man. Just run.
That dude
get it.
Had the first, all he needed was a first down. That was marching.
Yes, it was marching.
Wasn't nobody ahead of him. He could have ran probably 10, 15 yards and then went out of bounds without getting
slide, do whatever you got to do.
You know what? It's so funny how over the past 2 years, all the quarterbacks that all the draft experts been saying, oh, they're going to be a horrible quarterback, or why would the Chargers draft him, or like why would anyone trade back into the first round to draft Lamar Jackson or Josh? Bruh, they're the better quarterbacks.
They're balling.
Yes.
Hey, Cass,
balling.
Cass, it was one word. It was one word that you said. Actually, two words that you said that was problematic for that whole thing. and that was quarterback experts. If you're telling me you're a quarterback expert and you don't name Montana, Manning, Brady after you say that, Rodgers, and then you talking about Herb Street, Mike Mayock, who else? What's the other dude? When you talking about them dudes, what was
draft experts?
Mel Kiper Jr.
The coach, bro. What was the coach over GM?
Huh? What you talking about?
No, the one that was saying Lamar Jackson should convert to receiver or
Bill Polian.
Bill Polian.
Bill Polian.
Yeah, that was racism though. That I mean, he probably could see where he could fit, but he just wouldn't allow that. I mean, that's a 60, 70-year-old white man in America. Come on, man.
Well, he did. I'm gonna give him this. He's one that legitimately got on TV and apologized for that though. None of them, nobody else I seen did. So I'm not gonna say you're. I think he's more so stereotyping black people. I'm not.
Old boy from the Ravens that used to coach the Ravens said it about Cam Newton. They crushed Cam Newton.
Yeah.
Can I ask y'all a question? Why in the hell did Carolina trade Cam Newton? Why did they get rid of Cam Newton?
I was about to say they didn't trade him.
Why did they get rid of Cam Newton, man?
And they was trying to change. They was trying to change the coach. They wanted McCaffrey to have the squad and be the face of the franchise.
I tell you what,
like I said, Carolina always do it. I used to be a Carolina fan. They always do it when they get a new guy, right? They don't believe in stockpiling talent and putting together a good roster. They believe in we're going to have one guy that's the face of the franchise to try to make some money, but we're not trying to really win. We just want to make money. Right. So when it was the defense was nasty,
right?
They had a horrible quarterback in Jake Delhomme, and they had Steve Smith. Steve Smith, the face of the franchise, maybe Julius Peppers, but they let Julius Peppers go, and that was Steve Smith by himself, right? When Steve Smith was playing with Cam Newton for 1 year, they decided, you know what? We can't have both of them being the face. Let's get rid of Steve Smith, and then we'll just put everything on Cam Newton's shoulder, right? And then he did it. And then McCaffrey came in, and they was like, oh, we got McCaffrey and Cam. Let him spin for 1 year, maybe 2 years, right? You know, because last year didn't count, so 1 year. And they made the decision, we only need one of them. Let's get rid of Cam and put everything on McCaffrey's shoulder. Now he's hurt.
Because let's not forget they was trying to move on from Cam when he drafted when he got Jimmy Clausen. So let's not act like the writing wasn't already on the wall. I know. I'm just saying, don't act like the writing wasn't already on the wall though, Mel. So that last one, I'm gonna say they was looking to try to move on from Cam.
My thing with Cam, right? Exactly. My thing with Cam is that you bring in now. So you got DJ Moore Jr. You draft him in the draft, and he's a solid wide receiver. Then you bring in Robbie Anderson, right? You wouldn't do that with Cam. Why?
That's the thing. That's the thing that really bothers me.
Teddy Bridgewater is not putting the ball down the field like Cam Newton.
Like I like Teddy. But at the end of the day, you had a franchise quarterback, former MVP. You had yeah, for real. But you had your guy for whatever reason. I don't know if it was the extravagant clothing or the just whatever it was to make you say, okay,
that's what we're gonna call it. That's what we're gonna call it.
That's what we're gonna call it.
That's what we're gonna get.
Okay. We're gonna call it that.
Extravagant clothing.
Extravagant clothing. We're gonna leave it like that.
What'd you gonna call it, Jay? What'd you call it? Thoughtware.
What'd you go call it? What'd you call it, Jay?
You call it thoughtware.
Thoughtware.
Any man 2020 gear.
Yeah, any man can wear that scarf.
Any man.
So another thing I'm gonna ask y'all about. Did y'all hear the Eagles pipe in booing for Carson Wentz?
Just absolutely. Only Philadelphia, dude. Like they were piping in boos for which deservedly so. I mean,
I don't want nothing. I just want that pipe. That's what I heard. For real. For real.
That's what Wentz said.
That's what he said. He needed. He needs something.
Hey, look, let's get to the games, man. So I mean, it ain't much to talk about, man. With Mahomes. Mahomes was being Mahomes. He made a comeback as soon as they made a mistake. It was over. The other game, we could talk about the Cowboys in Atlanta. And then we go from the Cowboys in Atlanta, and then we go to the Raiders and what they did to the Saints. I can't wait for Cass to give his take on that, man. But before we go to Cowboys in Atlanta, here's their coach.
All right, just got done with the team in the locker room, and it's tough to put a loss like that in place. I told the team there has to be a lesson in the pain of that loss, and I'm sure we will work into that as we're getting through our preparation for next week. But definitely one that stings.
I don't want nothing. I just want that pipe.
That's what they need to tell him.
Yo. What is he talking about, man?
Listen, man.
Bruh.
There comes a time, and I know all of us have played, team sports, where you just can't listen to this coach anymore. This is the locker room has turned to, it's the same thing. Every loss that we've had since 2012, there has always had to be a lesson. This is what my Falcons do. Cass, when you said in the fantasy chat, man, I should have picked the Cowboys. I mean, I should have picked Atlanta. What was my response? When we were up 20-0, what was my response?
Hey, look, you actually said being an Atlanta fan, hey, this leader is not safe. We'll find a way to Atlanta.
We'll find a way. And sure enough, we found a way to do this again.
You know what it was? You know what I think, Jinx, y'all? when Julio is afraid of the end zone. Julio is the only person that I know I have 120 catches, 2,500 yards, and 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, he dropped I knew before that. This is what I knew. When we went for 2, after we scored the 3rd touchdown, we went for 2 and we didn't get it. There was absolutely positively no real reason. I get it. You wanted to go up. I think if I'm not mistaken, I don't remember what the score was. I think we was trying to make it a even 2 touchdown game, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
But whatever it was,
it was a 12-14.
Yeah. So, it wasn't needed. Our defense, for once, we're playing like a defense, causing turnovers, which is what we need to do because the back half of our team is just the back end of our defense is trash. Once they started doing, once Dak and Zeke started running that no huddle offense, man, they are who we thought they were.
And we let them off the hook.
And we let them off the hook. They did what they do best. Zeke was a grown man, and Dak made plays when he had to.
Did you see when Zeke made that corner look like one of them pushing machines?
Man, he sledded him out of there. He sledded him through the end zone.
And he was kicking Zeke, and Zeke still was pushing him. I was like,
yeah, man, it's time. It's just time.
That's
it's just
what I
time for a new coach, man.
Bruh.
It's just time for a new coach, and we've seen this. I like Dan Quinn, but you got to understand something. Dan Quinn, everybody knows he came from the Legion of Boom. Awesome defense. We have yet to have had, since he's been there, a defense in the top 20. And he's a defensive coach.
Y'all ain't had Chancellor Sherman and Earl Thomas and Wagner.
He was trying to draft. I guess he was trying to draft that way, but it just didn't work. He got a bunch of fast guys that can play fast.
Big Beasley.
The scheme just never, ever, ever, ever worked, and he stuck with it with the wrong players. And because he's so adamant about that, I thought we should have fired him last year. We started 1-7 last year. He should have been gone. We did make a run towards the end of the season, but it was all for nothing. We didn't make the playoffs. It's just time, man. Just
I had a better draft pick.
Yeah, I mean, just get rid of Dan Quinn because we are wasting what's left of Julio. We wasting what's left of Matt Ryan. Grady Jarrett is probably a top 5 D tackle in the league, and we wasting that. We got Calvin Ridley, who looks like he's about to be.
I thought Jarrett was the DN.
No, he's a D tackle. He played DN.
He can play DN though.
He can play DN though.
Didn't he have 6 sacks against the Cowboys last year?
Yeah. No, that was Adrian Claiborne. That was Claiborne. Yeah. 2 years ago. But yeah, man, it's just time, man. And it's nothing that we could do. I saw it coming though. I did not get excited about no 20-0 lead. Everybody texted me saying, "Oh man, y'all got it now." No, I'm not texting you back because I've seen this movie 1,000 times. And sure enough, the thing that really pisses me off is just the onside kick.
Oh, that was bad, man.
I just don't.
I've never
literally was looking at it scoop like.
So you learn in Pop Warner football that if the kick is coming at you, even if it hasn't gone 10 yards yet, you can make a play on it. You make a play on the ball.
Well, evidently, none of them dudes play Pop Warner football.
I don't understand.
Because they sat and watched that daggone football spin like, hey, man, we got to wait for it to come 10 yards.
And the thing about it is that they let the Cowboys surround the ball.
They did. They moved out of the way.
No one boxed no one.
Surround the ball.
I guess they never played basketball neither.
I don't understand. I just was looking at the television like I don't get what just happened. And the thing is, I was at my mother-in-law house. Lacey was over there. Brandon was over there. Everybody was over there, and we watching the game, and we watching my Falcons implode on themselves. And I'm like, they're gonna get this onside kick. And sure enough, they got the onside kick. And I knew the way they were moving the ball and to score the touchdowns to even come back, there was absolutely no way we were stopping them from getting in field goal range.
No.
So let me get the other end of the spectrum in the short Corey. Because when we're talking about KC, Jay did really good today talking about his team. He was short. But when Cass, Falcons, Saints, Cowboys, when we talk about Cowboys, it's hard for y'all to stop.
Yeah.
So I want to see how well you can do. Zoe didn't do so well. I want to see how well you can.
I know I did. This is I'm still mad about it.
I get it. It's so much. It's so much you want to say. You know what I mean? It's so much you want to vent about. I get it, but I really got to get that disclaimer for Corey because Corey,
that 16-point lead don't mean nothing.
No, so
they really don't.
The first quarter was terrible. It was horrible. I mean, everything that could go wrong went wrong.
Everybody,
hold on, Corey. Hold on.
Somebody said it was like the 8th one in the world.
Like a
Is that
unicorn.
Chief White? That's Chief White.
Chief, you man, listen. You are 100% correct. I have never seen nothing like it before.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say something about it, man, for real. So I think the momentum actually started to turn when Zeke pulverized dude in the end zone, man. When he put his head on him, and the momentum of the game started to change. So the Cowboys are now scoring touchdowns, but Atlanta's kicking field goals or they punting. Mm-hmm. So Dallas is slowly climbing back into the game. And then I don't know if y'all remember when Dak got hurt on the late hit.
Yeah, I do remember that.
That scared the shit out of me. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, oh man. But he came right in.
Go ahead.
He came in to play. Hey man. Hey, I ain't got to worry about it no more. We'll talk about that in a minute too. I got him. I got what I needed. So, defense. The Cowboys' defense is still is suspect. It's pretty terrible. That's the biggest take that I took away from the game is that they can't stop a receiver. And next week they play
Who
a
y'all got
grown-ass
next
man.
week? Who y'all got next week?
Seattle.
Ooh,
It's the Russ and Dak face off, man. And I just traded Dak to you for Russ.
Russ
Russ gonna be the MVP this season.
He just might.
Russ is balling.
He is.
I have never seen a quarterback just lob balls into areas and receivers just appear out of nowhere. And he is so good at it. It's incredible.
By the way,
boy, you're so stupid. But
so why did you trade him though?
I think Dak is gonna make a legitimate run for this MVP trophy. I really do.
You think they're gonna be real pass heavy out there?
Yeah, with them three receivers, they gotta be because the rookie is coming.
Yeah, because and that was a good trade by you because Russ is that was a bad trade by me. I'm gonna tell you why. I wasn't gonna start Dak anyway, and I'm probably not gonna start Russ. I'm gonna keep starting Aaron Rodgers.
Rodgers?
Yeah, I got Aaron Rodgers, and I got all his receivers. So I mean, it just makes sense for me.
Double the points. Yeah. Aaron Rodgers do good, receivers do good. It's all the same.
And I was really trying to flip. Yeah, I was really trying to flip Dak for a running back. But I flipped Wilson for a running back. But what I did was strengthen your team.
Right. So my thing about the trade was Russ has a tendency to start off and then he kind of plateaus in the middle of the season. And then he'll go back up at the end when it comes time to make a playoff push. Yeah. I think that division might be the strongest division in football because Arizona is coming out of nowhere. It's really not out of nowhere because Kyler Murray is an excellent quarterback.
We'll get to that.
We'll talk about that.
We're going to get the Chorus top 5, and I got a surprise for you, man, because I'm piping you in, baby. Okay. So, I'm piping you in every time you do your top 5, baby. But
Corey, I would have said that had 49ers not lose 18 players.
Right. You're absolutely right. And that's what kind of made it not as interesting out there, but you still got 3 good football teams. But
let me toss it to Jay before we go to the Raiders.
The Raiders.
I just want to say that Dakota Prescott will end his career with the same number of MVPs as I have, and that's
hold on. That man's name Dakota.
Yeah, Dakota Ryan.
Yeah.
Like
Dakota Ryan Prescott.
Dakota Ryan Prescott.
It all makes sense now. My bad, Jay. It all makes sense. Golly.
Yeah, my man ain't gonna. He's not gonna win no MVP. He's not gonna be in the mix. But okay, that's all. That's my whole take from that. That's my whole take from that. I'm done.
If y'all remember a year ago, we had old Dakota in the MVP race for the first. I think it was week 4. We was talking about
for 4 weeks though.
For 4 weeks, you're right.
Look. Look, you got quarterbacks that are in the MVP race for 4 weeks, and you got quarterbacks who actually won it.
That's
You get what I'm
facts.
saying?
That's
So
facts.
I mean, but hell, Russ ain't won one yet.
Yeah, but that's a lot of disrespect.
I think so.
You already know what that
I
is.
can agree with that.
I think so.
It's been some impressive years of late. I can say arguably the last 2 years is those two players deserved it.
Russ
Jackson deserved it last year, and Pat Mahomes.
And Pat Mahomes. Yeah, you couldn't argue it though. Yeah, you couldn't argue it.
Not
Right.
those two.
Yeah.
Not those two. No.
This might be Russ year. I don't know now, Jay. This might be Russ year.
I think it is so far.
It might be Russ year.
It won't be Dak's year.
Okay.
It won't. It won't. And we'll have that conversation right after we finish with the Raiders conversation.
The Raiders.
We got to talk about what the Raiders did. They dismantled New Orleans. They made y'all look pedestrian. Wilder as a tight end was looking like
pedestrian.
Bruh, hey, that tight end, who was actually on my fantasy football team. I drafted him. I had to go grab this dude, man, because I seen what he was doing the last half of the last year. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so hey, that's all they had. It was him and Jacobs. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Who else caught passes? Renfro here
last
now,
year.
Renfro caught one pass for 4 yards.
Hey, but what Ruggs give you, what he give you is he give you that 4.28, man. That makes you. Yes, that makes them safeties get up out of there. And Jonathan Abram at safety is a stone cold killer.
Yeah, and that boy was a decoy pretty much the whole night because I don't remember a pass that was thrown his way. Well, it was one that was overthrown.
Henry Ruggs down the pass interference call.
The pass, bro. All right, I'm gonna wait until it's my turn to talk.
So is this you go first, Cass? Are the Raiders for real? Can they win the division with Kansas City being in that division?
Can they win that division?
Are they for real? Can they win the division?
Man, looking at last night, bro, they can't beat Kansas City. I'm not gonna contribute that to because the Saints played horrible. Let's not negate that the 14 penalties that they had last night. I don't think Andy Reid's team is probably going to commit as many penalties for 160 yards. I mean, the last that PI took the breath out of New Orleans. It was basically over at that point. We needed that stop and couldn't. So Dennis Allen did this week what I said he was going to do in the first week.
Didn't game plan properly.
He didn't make no in-game adjustments. Like, bruh, Waller was destroying us, and he did not make any in-game. I
mean, your best safety was on him. I mean, what you gonna do? You can't put a linebacker on him. He'll dismantle a linebacker.
Right. So he's our best safety to what system?
What do you mean? The system that you run. Malcolm Jenkins is your best safety.
If you look at Malcolm Jenkins per the Philadelphia Eagles system, how they had him playing up in that system was a little different because they actually had him more of a free roaming. In this system, Dennis Allen has him more of the nickel package.
The nickel corner. Mm-hmm.
Right. That's how they had him playing last night. I didn't agree with him doing that role.
You can't put, but the thing is though, Kaz, is that you cannot put a smaller corner on a dude like that because he's
too big, man.
Bro, you acting like Malcolm Jenkins big. Malcolm Jenkins is big enough.
He bigger than Lattimore or whoever. Yeah.
I don't think he's taller than him. I don't think he's taller than him.
Sad boy.
So what you said, Mel, was the formula to beat Kansas City, right? Run the ball, try to run the ball down their throat. As you thought Houston was gonna do, right?
Ball and ball control.
And ball control, you just move the ball. Houston ain't got nobody to do that. If they run David Johnson 5 times in a row, he gonna get hurt.
Yeah.
The Chargers tried it with Eckler, and for the most of the game, it worked. You know what I mean?
It did.
They made
Eckler and Kelly.
Right. The Raiders have the formula to do it.
They do. I wish they had a second running back that can pound.
That's
like
Jacobs. That's exactly what I was gonna say. They need that second battering ram, or even to change the pace back.
Like, just
that
take
could-
away that fumble. Take away that fumble. Richard wasn't that bad last night. It was
Yeah,
just
he
that
wasn't.
one
And he
play.
wasn't.
No.
And he could
So,
develop into that.
Right.
Yes.
So let me shed light up onto something else. That game showed you the dependency that Drew Brees has on Michael Thomas.
100%.
So,
shit.
I'm not. I see somebody talking about the Raiders defense was getting
No, wait a
because-
minute now.
No. Drew Brees missed a lot of throws last night.
He did, but at the
He
same
missed a
time,
lot of throws because of pressure, though.
No, he didn't.
Jonathan Abram,
the
that
throws that he
safety
threw,
plays with his hair on fire. He almost knocked himself out last night, but he plays with his hair on fire, and that was the biggest difference to me because they were moving him around. They were playing him like they played Jamal Adams in Seattle. He was playing up
That's
on the line.
exactly who he plays like.
He was playing up on the line. He was the nickel corner. He went back and played some free. He was really roaming like Earl Thomas used to do. Like he was getting moved around a lot. And I think that, along with, of course, not having Mike Thomas, Drew Brees looked to like
pedestrian.
Step back. He stepped back to pedestrian. He took like Father Time was setting up.
Yeah.
The passes didn't have the zip on it. And I think that all of that was combined in that loss.
Bro, they replayed a throw of him throwing the ball
True.
out of bounds, and it looked like he was like, I'm like, oh.
Hey, man. It is what it is.
That's
Now,
why it makes sense
man.
now.
Hey, Jay says y'all finished.
Uh-oh.
he
He
about
been
to
waiting
tell us,
patiently.
he about to tell us his greatness. Go ahead.
First of all, for the folks in the comment section that say the Raiders are going to beat the Chiefs, shut up.
Is that what you took out of this whole thing? He was just waiting.
Are the Raiders for real? It doesn't matter. Can they win the division? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Here's why. Number one, it's streaming at the bottom, guys. Number one,
Yeah, the
we
number
played
is streaming at the
Chargers
bottom, Dave.
with our third.
Streaming at the bottom, Dave.
We played the Chargers with our third and fourth cornerbacks. Number one is suspended. Number two has a broke hand. Now,
Okay.
that
Is
matters.
that hand gonna be
matters.
broke Monday night?
Oh, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Number two, hey, our leader on defense outside of Chris Jones is Frank the Shark. You know what I'm saying? And Shark was sick. He didn't play but one snap on Sunday. That boy had them bubble guts.
Right.
He'll be
right.
there. He'll be there on Monday. He'll be there on Monday. Number three, the most important thing that y'all don't understand is Andy Reid is the king of scripting plays, right?
I agree.
So you have not even seen Kansas City offense yet. What you're going to see on Monday is a massacre. Listen, beyond that, what you're going to see moving forward, the Raiders won't come by the end of the season. By the end of the season, when the Raiders play the Chiefs twice, we're going to beat them by 21 total points. We're going to beat them twice, but we're going to beat them 21 or more total points. And if you're a Raider fan, get in my inbox and we can bet money on that.
I got
can
one.
bet real
I got
money
one
on
better
that.
than that. We got a Raiders fan that just called in. Dev, can you hear us?
I can't hear you. Can you hear me?
Hold on. Let me turn you up a little
Turn his
bit.
mic up, yeah.
All right, can you hear us now?
What up, Dev?
Put my mic up a little bit. Yeah, I guess we have to put out the diss track for this one. I don't know. Where do we even start, guys? Where do we even start? So, first off, I mean, I will give you that the Raider Nation, by the way, so start doing on me. I will give you that I don't think that the Raiders can win the division. I said that in the comments. I definitely think they can beat the Chiefs the game this year. Absolutely.
You're gonna give him a game. Why do you think that, Dale?
Which game? You gonna beat us at Arrowhead or you gonna beat us at the new Arrowhead West? That's our house, man.
Good
Death
Lord.
Star belong to us.
He said the new
wow.
West. Oh, shut your mouth. No, listen. Between the Raiders team and the Pirates versus the Raiders team we have now, John actually fought like last season. John actually has the pieces to stretch the field like he's been waiting for so long. I mean, Glenn, someone tried to say earlier the Raiders only had 2 weapons. They only had Waller and Josh Jacobs, which is true. They're the biggest contributors to the game. But Derek spread the ball around. I mean, we threw a touchdown pass to Alex Ingold, our fullback. We had 11 different targets. There are weapons everywhere. Again, you have, who was it? I'm trying to remember his name. Ruggs up top. Ruggs, even though he wasn't catching a lot of passes, he drew pass interference calls just by how fast the man is moving. And granted, if you're playing a more disciplined team, they might have to hold the slow down because maybe Derek Carr throws those and laces them because he burns them down the field deep. Ruggs does. So, and the defense, I'll give you that, but they're not up to par yet because they're playing with a lot of young players and players that have been implemented to get their system. But they have the pieces there to be dangerous. And as we saw with the Chargers game earlier, that, you know, the Chiefs are susceptible. I mean, they're not unbeatable.
I agree with you there, but they're not unbeatable. I don't know if a young Raiders defense is up and coming is what you want to go against this best offense in the league. That might not be ideal, but I'm with you on the fact that y'all got more than 2 targets. I do think that Ruggs by mid-season will be a lot better than what he is. He'll be catching some balls other than just taking the top off the defense. For Waller, they get hit underneath. But if they're not going to stop Kansas City and control the ball on offense, it's going to be hard. I think they can do it. Play them close one game, but yeah, man, I don't know.
I think they can beat them at least one game. Whether you want to do it here in the playoffs, that's all I'm going to say. Regular season playoffs, they can beat them at least one game.
Okay, I'm gonna let Jay and Corey go ahead and respond to that, and then I give you one more response before you go off the line.
Okay.
Firstly, Raiders won't see the playoffs. Period. I will say this. I will say that John Gruden, his big scheme of thing, getting rid of Khalil Mack and Amari Cooper, it seems to have been a really good thing. I will say that
it looks like it.
We all doubted that. Hey,
I think Khalil Mack could help that defense out, man. I do. I don't think they can win. It's true. I agree with that. With that. I don't think they can win a division. I don't. But I think they may be in a position to be a wild card team, though. That Charger Raiders game this year's got a whole nother meaning to it. That's already a heated rivalry, but this year, it's got a different meaning.
Hey,
to it.
Dev, I got a question. Are you 100% okay? Now, what was that? 2 years ago, before the injury, Derek Carr was putting up some crazy numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Are you convinced that he is back to that, or at least a close resemblance to that?
So you asked me if I think Derek Carr's a good quarterback. He can reach that form again. Yeah. Form. Oh, absolutely. I mean, the guy he's been good even around the past season. He was good. I think he was like 22 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, and he had like the best completion percentage in the league, right beside Drew Brees and so on and so forth. And he had like 4,000 yards, which was, I believe, tied for like 5th in the league or something. I don't know.
Like that.
But regardless. But I mean, like Derek Carr is a good quarterback, and a lot of people I know this offseason were throwing a lot of shade at John and Derek's relationship. But I mean, John said it last night. If anybody else watched the press game conference again, where he said he's like, Derek Carr is our quarterback. He's not going anywhere else. And honestly, he is. He's a great quarterback. And I think, Brendan, I don't think he'll put MVP numbers only because of the scheme they run is very run heavy. But I mean, we saw it last night. Derek Carr can deliver in the game and manage. I mean, he can go and throw 3 tutties, 279, 280, 300 yards a game, and big plays. And the good thing is with the system, Derek doesn't have to rely on his arm. He can rely on the run game, which then makes it easier for him to play.
And then make plays. Got it.
Look, he is.
Hey, Dad, appreciate you, brother. Thank you.
Appreciate you calling now.
I'm out of here.
Have a good one, man. When you give a good quarterback some decent targets, he can make things happen, man.
Forget the decent targets. Man, did you see this man time? Like he had a play where he had like 10 seconds in the pocket.
He had time in the pocket.
I'm not accrediting nothing to David Carr or whatever Carr it is. Look, it could be a Toyota for all I care. But he was missing. Them boys should have put up at least 45, 50 points on us last night. Already, it had a
Yeah,
play
early in the game, he was hesitant. He was gun shy.
No, that guy is not the quarterback. I don't care
Woo.
what you say. If I would say this. So if they had Matt Ryan last night, that would have been a 45, 50 point game. They should have had. Dude was missing 2 of his linemen, and still we got what? 1 sack all night.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, man.
That man had forever in the pocket. So I'm not attributing
What's good, Michael?
to his offensive.
What's up, man?
My bad, Cass.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Earlier, yeah, you might be right, Kat. Earlier, especially early in the game, he had time, and he just looked a little gun shy, like he was hesitant to do anything, and he missed some throws.
But
and
he
I was
calmed his
thinking,
ass down. So.
and that's what I'm. That you're right. And I was just about to say, second half, he looked like a different guy. He was able to step up in the pocket. He had the protection, and he made throws when Josh Jacobs wasn't battering, ramming through the doggone O line.
Right, and it's a lot of times, man. It's a mentality. You understand. You already know in your head that you got 2 linemen missing, so you might be under some heat, right?
Yeah.
So you're already going into it with that mentality. But once you go in and break it down, like, hey, man, you got the time, stand in the pocket and throw the ball, and you actually listen to him, things will happen.
Yeah, that's true. You're right.
The Raiders has the most cap space attributed to their offensive line in all of football.
Smart. It's a smart way to play.
That's how you build a team.
It is.
All right, so this is the part. Hey, this is the part where we.
Okay.
I'm nervous. I'm nervous as all get out, man, because I know there's about to be some freaking BS. But this is the part where Corey gives us his top 5. He's gonna do this every episode. God, this week he's doing quarterbacks. First of all, here's his list right here. This is his list. No, Corey, this is not how you send in a top 5 list.
Hey, I was at work, man. I was at work.
That's not how you do
that thing down real
list,
fast.
man.
I jotted that thing down real fast and got
boom,
it up out of there.
boom.
I gotta do what I gotta do.
But I got you, Corey. I doctored it up for you. I made it look good. I appreciate
you, big dog.
I'm even go.
I don't want no nothing. I just want that pipe.
I'm even go. Pipe
That's all I want.
What the fuck?
Get ready for Corey's top 5.
Stand by. Evening work from the commanding officer.
That's bad footwork right there, man. You see that? I got bad footwork on that one. I took a sack on that play too. I did.
I can tell you took a sack on that play.
I did. I took a sack on that play. It's bad footwork.
Hey, with Corey playing quarterback his whole life, why not start his first top 5 list with quarterbacks? I'm confused by it. I can't wait to hear your explanation. Go ahead.
So my explanation is just I took the first 2 games of the season and I broke it down and I looked at which quarterbacks, because there's some quarterbacks that I left off the list that could definitely be in there, but I just don't think they'll be on the end of the season. Because right now, quiet has kept the best quarterback in the NFL is probably Gardner Minshew. But Russ, Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson are all just they are the elite quarterbacks in the league, right? Patrick Mahomes, defending MVP. Excuse me, Lamar Jackson is defending MVP, but Mahomes is the defending Super Bowl champion. Both are undefeated. Russell Wilson, we talked about Russ for a little bit earlier. Man, Russ is just throwing dimes to people.
That interception wasn't his fault.
No, it wasn't. Aaron Rodgers is being the Aaron Rodgers of old. I want to see if it'll last. I don't know. I hope so. As long as he can stay healthy, Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers, they should be another good Super Bowl team. But, I mean, make a Super Bowl run. However, in Devontae Adams, isn't he injured? Like a hamstring?
Yeah, he is. Yep. This will be the test of who steps up. You're right.
That's going to be tough. And my number 5, I really wanted to put Cam in there. He definitely could have been in there too. But Kyler Murray and Dak, man, they are playing excellent football. Kyler Murray is playing he is playing his ass off right now. He just is. And dude, they got Arizona looking in that division, especially San Francisco with all the injuries that they had, and it's not just like injuries where they're gonna be out for a couple of weeks. Some of those are serious season-ending injuries. Arizona is gonna make a push in that division to try to win a divisional championship and get into the playoffs, man. So, and Dak got $40 million on the line, man. Dak is gonna ball his ass off.
Hey, forget all the BS, man. 1 through 4, I ain't even touching. I don't like the order, but I'll let you have
the guys you got, right?
Mm-hmm.
Go to number 5, Jay first, Cass second. I come on, man.
Okay.
I know y'all got questions. Somebody say something now.
Okay.
All right. So what?
Go ahead, Cass. Go ahead.
How the hell you put Dak up in this conversation, my man? Like, come on. Like, I get it. Like, Kyler Murray is eye candy right now, right? But this is
candy.
Yeah. Just hear me out. Just hear me out. This is the same discussion that I had to have my cousin get on the show and talk to me about when I was saying I would put Luka Doncic in my top 10. Like, yeah, he's doing what I guess looks nice right now, but you got players that's in the NFL that's been doing it for a few years now. So there's other people that you can put above Kyler Murray. Right now, yeah, you can say his numbers is hot. Shit, Derek Carr numbers is nice. He hasn't thrown any interceptions through 2 games. He has 5 touchdowns, 590 yards.
Okay.
And
any of those quarterbacks that you're talking about got DeAndre Hopkins on their team?
We're talking about playing the quarterback position, not their weapons.
If we're talking about playing the quarterback position, there's nobody more fundamentally sound right now in the NFL than Kyler Murray.
More fundamental? No.
Dude is an animal. He has to be fundamentally sound. He's 5'10".
Drew Brees is 5'10".
Drew Brees is not 5'10". He's 6 foot. But
no, he's not.
Kyler Murray, would you take Kyler Murray on your team right now, or would you keep Drew Brees?
Right. Yeah. You look how you
just answer my question.
All right. I would take Kyler Murray, but I would take my Deshaun Watson over him.
Deshaun Watson don't have a chance. Not this year.
It's me that's your list that I'm just saying who I would put at 5 over the people. That is it.
Okay.
Jay.
Me personally, right now, on just this season alone, my number 5 guy, because you put 2, I'll put 2. Allen in Buffalo.
Okay.
Or the man that has more rushing touchdowns than O.J. Simpson, Cam Newton.
True.
Thank you, Jay. Thank you.
That's what I was going to say.
How are you putting Cam? Either one of those dudes over Cam? How?
Cam.
How?
Cam is playing excellent football, and Cam will be the comeback player of the year in the NFL this year. But are you taking Cam Newton on your team right now, or are you taking one of them 2?
Cam.
Okay.
Cam.
I'm taking those 2 over Cam.
I'm taking Cam over Dak, but I might take Kyler over Cam.
Which one of those have led a team to the Super Bowl?
Neither one of them. Nobody on that list has led a team to the Super Bowl except for Patrick Mahomes.
There's 3 people on that list.
Russ. I'm talking about within the young quarterbacks. Aaron Rodgers don't count, man. Aaron Rodgers don't count. Aaron Rodgers will go down as probably either the first or second best quarterback in the NFL. Maybe depending on if you like Drew Brees or not. Aaron Rodgers is a Hall of Fame quarterback. I'm talking about within these young black quarterbacks right now that you have in the NFL.
But
only one has led him to so don't use the Super Bowl. I mean, come on. Cam went to the Super Bowl and laid an egg.
No, but you asked me who would I rather have on my team. Cam's a leader. Okay. Cam got the belly system. He got them boys playing Cam ball. Cam a leader, man. He's a leader.
Okay, but what about the last 3? What about the last 3 years in Carolina? How much did he lead then?
He was hurt. Come on, bro.
I agree with that. I agree. But he didn't lead. He didn't win. The year after they went to the Super Bowl, how many wins did they have?
What?
The year after they went to the Super Bowl, how many wins did they have?
All right, so let's be honest about Cam Newton and what happened. Let's be honest.
Okay.
Hold on. The year after Kyler Murray went to the Super Bowl, how many wins did he have?
The year after any one of them. Come on, man. The year you have 2 Hall of Fame quarterbacks on the list and 3 and 4 young ones is what I put. They are the future. They are the future of the NFL. That's exactly what they are. And right
Corey,
now,
you was 4 for 5. You was 4 for 5, Corey. You was 4 for 5.
So who would you take off?
It was a good list. I would definitely take off the second year player, right? I would definitely take him off because what is he doing in his second year that Deshaun Watson didn't do in his second year?
We'll see.
Right? We'll see. Game. All right. So I definitely take off the second year player, Kyler Murray. I definitely take off Dak. Because you still got Deshaun, you still got Cam. You still got all these other probably
Deshaun Watson is in a cesspool called Houston, Texas.
Okay.
He'll be lucky to make it out of that. He'll be lucky to make it out of this season alive.
Yeah, he's getting hit a lot. He's getting hit a lot.
He's getting beat.
Okay.
He's getting mugged. Is what he's getting mugged. Is the word.
Yeah, he's definitely getting mugged.
Yes,
he needs to file a lawsuit right now. Right?
He does, and I wish he would go. I wish he would go somewhere where he could be Deshaun Watson in Houston, but Houston tied him down for what, 5 years?
Hey, the phone number is strolling on the bottom of the screen. 336-456-6453. Call in. Let us know what you think about Corey's top 5. Who would you put in the top 5? Call in now before we transition to another topic. But I'm interested to see what everybody think, man. Is Dak or Kyler Murray in the top 5? That's tough.
Somebody said that's just wrong, Corey.
Hey man, they didn't. I said the same thing, man. They didn't build around it, but it's not his fault. It's not. But his production is suffered because of it. Just like it's not Deshaun Watson's fault what's going on in Houston. It's not. But he's gonna suffer for it.
Well, I'm gonna say this because I'm a Carolina fan and I pay close attention to their draft. They were drafting players that just turned out to be horrible. They drafted Curtis Samuel with their second round pick. True. They drafted Kelvin Benjamin. It's just, I'm sorry, man. Those guys just came and was trash.
And that's the general manager's fault.
That is.
They knew Calvin Benjamin was gonna eat his way into a tight end. They knew.
No,
that.
I didn't even know that, Corey. I thought
Calvin
so
Benjamin because he was big as hell in Florida State.
Yeah, he was always
Calvin
big.
Benjamin was better than Mike Evans.
Big.
He was better than Mike Evans to me. I didn't know Mike Evans was that fast.
No,
yeah.
I don't know, bro. Mike Evans was a damn dog.
Mike had like 240 yards against Alabama.
Yeah, bro.
I think a lot of Kelvin Benjamin's success came, but you got to remember who he was playing with at quarterback. Jameis was balling back then.
That's
true.
Know,
Jameis
but Manziel was with Evans though.
True, but Manziel was throwing up prayers, and Mike Evans was saving his ass.
Bruh, Mike Evans got overshadowed by Manziel's
his star power.
His star power. Like he ran the ball and he made some crazy plays. But
even in the Alabama game, man, there was one play where he scrambled around and went bananas and just threw the ball up in the air, and Mike Evans jumped over like 5 defenders and caught the ball.
Yeah, but was it in the championship game in the back of the end zone? Because that's what Benjamin did.
You're absolutely right. I'm not disagreeing with you, Mel, but I always thought he was kind of chubby.
All right, Mel, from their college career, who you picking, Mike Evans?
I see what you're looking at, Jay.
You said in college?
Yeah,
no,
based upon college.
Nah, definitely. My perception was definitely overshadowed by Manziel and the spotlight with Florida State making it to the championship and seeing Calvin Benjamin under that light. I really did think Calvin Benjamin was better than Mike Evans.
All right, I don't want to rebuttal your state because
I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just saying I was wrong in thinking that.
Being a guy that watched SEC football, Mike Evans was a dog.
He was tough against everybody.
I didn't see enough of him though. I didn't see enough of him.
I watched.
Yeah, that dude was damn near unstoppable. Yeah. He made Johnny Manziel.
Yeah, Johnny Manziel was more so a product of Mike Evans than the other way around.
Yes,
and we see that now.
Yes,
we see that now.
Absolutely.
We see that now. All right, so
real quick, Jay, you had something to say? about the comment on there?
Nah, man, I just see, man. Listen, when you're on the top, man, people gonna throw shots at you even when you ain't even part of the conversation.
Man, I hate when people say people game planned for Tyrod. Like at the end of the day, Tyrod is still a rookie. He's still a rookie. Like
Tyrod, but the head coach said that Tyrod Taylor is the starting quarterback.
Yeah, he just came out and said that
next week.
Appreciate you, Chief White.
Yeah. Did he not see what we saw in the potential of what he has?
And if that's the truth, I feel horribly sorry for Tyrod Taylor because this is the second time that this happened.
Bro, because
he can't keep a job, man.
Yo, dude, look like he can be the second best quarterback in that division 2 years from now.
He's good, but remember not Menzel, but Baker Mayfield looked like his first game out.
It's true.
Yeah, I said the second best. I didn't say the best. So
I'm just saying, we got to see a body of work.
Yeah, sample size.
Yeah,
you already know who going to be the best quarterback up in that division until he probably walk out of it. So
for 10 years, $400 million, he better be
500. Don't short change him.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I shortchanged him.
Damn,
I did.
Because I could take that $100 million that you shortchanged
and do a lot of things with it.
All right, so let's be real quick with our picks for week 3, real quick, and then we're gonna transition to the NBA and the playoffs. And LeBron James, is he gonna win this championship? If so, what does it do for his legacy? And if he don't win if he don't win it, what does that do for his legacy? We're gonna get to that, but before that, week 3, let's do our picks.
All right, who we got first?
Y'all want a quick rundown? Y'all want a quick every
we're
game,
gonna do this
or
quick.
just
Dolphins. We can do the big ones and then we'll finish the rest of them on the website.
I was about to say, Jay, why we just don't do it how you did last time? Just you shout teams out and we just give our answer.
Just make a pick.
Yeah, just make your pick. Let's not talk. Just make our pick.
Got you. Dolphins at Jags.
Jags.
The trash can bowl. I'm going Jags.
Yes, I am sold on Trevor Lawrence, by the way. Trevor Lawrence is a hell of a quarterback.
Oh,
I've seen him since he was in high school. He's the real deal.
Sunshine Scooter is something else.
Bro, could y'all imagine if the Raiders luck up and had the first overall pick?
Derek Carr is their quarterback. You heard him.
Derek Carr will be gone. If Aaron Rodgers can get a daggone first round quarterback pick while he's still,
then Derek Carr can too. You right?
Yes,
bro. Chucky would sell his kids to get that number 1 overall pick.
Oh,
he's talking that shit right now. But you gotta imagine, he's like a guy who's coming into a relationship with stepkids. You're not really, you only accepting them because that's the woman kids. That's basically what Chucky is doing right now.
Look what he did.
That is funny.
Look what he did to Mac.
That was a hell of a way to put it. I never heard put it that way.
No.
You know what?
Hey, ask any stepdad. Ask any good stepdad. Any good stepdad. I don't care how good he is. Ask any good stepdad. Hey, do you want them kids to go back with their daddy? I guarantee you not.
Boy, you are stupid.
Love you, asshole, bro.
Hold on, wait. No, that's what we're not gonna do. As a defending, reigning 3-time in a row stepfather of the year, I do not condone that.
Yeah, you got a disclaimer. I put your disclaimer out.
There you go. My own loin. No, sir. You guys will not get me in that.
You will not get me.
Here,
smart man, brother.
Yeah,
smart man.
I wouldn't know because I'm not. Yeah, I wouldn't know. I just throwing it out there. I've never heard nobody say
that. To the boy in the grill.
There you go.
Go ahead, Jay. My bad. Go ahead, Jay.
All right.
Who we got
Bears
next?
at Falcons.
I'm going.
Man, I want to
the other one.
Wait, where is the game at?
It's in Atlanta. In Atlanta. And we starting to let fans in, I think. So maybe.
It
We'll go up by 30, and then we'll lose by 10. So no, but I'm gonna pick them. I'm gonna pick them just because I think the Bears quarterback play is much worse.
It's still
than
suspect.
It's still suspect.
Yo. Mitch Trubisky is actually playing decent this year.
It's still suspect,
it's
man.
Suspect though. It's suspect.
He is.
Compared to I'm comparing those two. If I'm looking at quarterback play, Matt Ryan has been solid this year in 2 losses.
Very, very solid.
Really solid. And Calvin Ridley is a problem.
And Gage should have had 1-for-1 for a 60-yard touchdown. He should have also had that too.
That's true.
This is the thing that y'all got to know. The Bears are not 3-0. Period. They're 2-0 right now. That's fool's gold. They're gonna lose. Nothing to talk about here.
Hey, so how thick is that limb you just went on? Is it room for 2?
It's it got 2 pieces. You see this boom arm right here for this? It's about this thin. So we may have to jump off. I'll jump off first since I walked out here first.
I'm gonna go on that limb with you because they actually played a good enough game to beat Dallas. If it wasn't for that onside kick, the game was over.
Mike.
Right, Mike. So I'm gonna go out on that limb with you. It's just 2 of us. I think we're safe.
I'm with y'all too because I do not trust.
I'm walking out there with you because I do not trust Mr. Trubisky at all.
Nobody, dang,
bro, they got a great defense.
That is crazy. That's crazy. We just saw the Falcons blow a 20-point lead, and everybody picked the Falcons because they don't trust Mr. Trubisky.
No,
I'm just saying.
He got to mix it up sooner or later, guys.
Yeah, he's going to.
I have more trust in Gardner.
The real Mitch Trubisky is going to show up, and I have a feeling he's going to show up in week 3.
I think next game has the potential to steal the game of the week on Sunday. It has the potential. We got the Rams at Bills.
I think you're right.
Oh, that's tough.
I think you're right.
I'm Bills.
I'm gonna go Bills, but in a close one because the Rams, the Sean McVay play calling this past week looked a lot better than it did before. But I'm still going Bills because right now, Allen and that defense, they pretty strong.
Oh man,
they have. Listen, your $90 million corner was having problems keeping up with Michael Gallup. It ain't no damn way he gonna cover Trayvon Diggs. No way in hell. No way in hell. Buffalo.
Trayvon Diggs.
Stephon Diggs.
I'm Cowboy, man.
I was like,
he was thinking of Tavon Austin. Sorry, Sel.
No, I'm definitely not thinking about him. It's sorry.
I'm going Rams on this one, fellas.
Oh, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad.
The only reason that I'm not picking the Rams is because Malcolm Brown got hurt.
That's true. But Anderson is just as good as Brown.
Henderson, He's a good running back. He's a good running back.
I was picking the Bills regardless.
We're gonna keep it moving.
All right.
The football team versus the Browns.
Browns
actually didn't look terrible.
They look. I mean, it was against the Bengals.
Yeah.
Whose defense is what it is.
Hey, I just want to say one thing to Luther.
Is Joe Burrow a dog?
Yes.
He's
anytime
good.
You trust your rookie quarterback to throw 61 times in his second NFL game of live action, Luther. Yeah. I don't care if
Luther's name out there clean. Did you say,
bro? Luther was going. How often does a team win when he throws for over 50? Yo, they trust this man in his second live action.
Yeah, but it's not good though. I'm with Luther on that. That's not good. 61
I'm not saying it was good.
I don't want nobody throwing 60 times.
Listen, you got Joe Mixon in the backfield, man. You can run the ball, bro.
That's not the point. The point is saying that you actually trust him. You think they was trusting Josh Allen his second game to throw for 60 times?
I don't care. I don't care if
Josh Allen.
They don't trust Josh Allen to throw 60 times now.
That's my point. My whole point was saying that
they got that much faith in him.
Right. That's my whole point. I hate when people make a different narrative to what the point I'm making. And Luther, you did it. You like Mel?
Luther said he.
Damn it,
Hey.
Luther, you did it.
I'm pissed off because he threw 61 times and he didn't hit my daggone fantasy receiver AJ Green
What about
4 times. That pissed me off.
no? You was
AJ,
pissed off
AJ need to get after the ball, man.
what's his name?
AJ,
Emmanuel Sanders.
Emmanuel Sanders. He had how many catches he had last night, Mel?
One.
One
Hey,
catch.
but that one catch gave me the win though.
Hey, that's why I
He
knew
did.
that. I looked at the
Yeah.
scores. I saw
That
the
one
scores.
catch
That
gave me the
one catch
win.
gave me the win. I think he won by 3.
I thought you
Yeah.
was being sarcastic when you were saying
No, he
I
meant
was
it.
dead serious,
he
bro.
needed that catch.
I needed that catch, bro. Needed
Wow.
that.
All right,
Go ahead,
Damn
Jay.
it, Luther.
Titans at Vikings.
Titans.
Titans.
Bro.
Kirk Cousins is robbing the NFL blind.
Titans.
Yeah.
I
No man, no
I
nothing.
trust Mitch Trubisky, but more than I trust Kirk Cousins.
Kirk
Yeah.
Cousins is robbing these
Bruh,
dudes. Robbing them.
I think I trust Joe Burrow more than Bruh.
No, yeah.
Didn't he just get another extension though? All right,
He
next.
robbing.
That's next, Jay.
And he getting them smart extensions. He getting them 3-year extensions for all guaranteed money.
All
You might want to.
guaranteed
You might
money.
want to. You might want to check what type of relationships he got because when Jake Delhomme kept getting in them extensions in Carolina, that's when I found out that the GM's daughter was married to him.
Carolina?
Right.
Yeah.
Carolina?
Was it the GM or was it the owner?
I think it might have been the owner.
Come on now, Jake DeLong
That was
got
the
him.
owner.
That
Let's
was the
not.
owner's daughter married to him, and he kept getting
Yeah.
checks after checks.
Come on now,
And
Jake
they
DeLong.
Everybody knew he was
Level.
trash.
So he,
Everybody knew he was trash.
so he was getting them Christmas presents, but he was
Uh-huh.
That was keeping it in the family. That was keeping the money in the family.
So
getting.
Jake DeLong didn't get y'all.
Take
to-
care of my daughter, boy.
Gotcha.
Hey, man, we're gonna keep it moving, man. Raiders at Patriots.
Oh,
These are tough
There's
games.
no easy games. I'm going Patriots.
My son must agree with you, Mel.
Tell him look
Or
cash.
disagree.
Tell him look cash.
Or
I'm going
disagree.
Patriots, man. I'm going slam Newton.
Slam
There was
Newton.
there was one bad fourth down call
Bruh,
away from beating Seattle and that MVP candidate Russell Wilson. So
bruh, that's what I'm saying, bro.
it's true.
Seattle might be the best overall team in the NFL, and we just saw Cam Newton a yard shy of potentially winning that.
look what they got. Look what they got New England ranked at the Sunday Night Football power rankings. They got them at number 4 over Green Bay.
That's crazy. I believe it though.
Bro, they showed something against Seattle, bro.
They did.
They competed. They competed.
Yes,
With
I
Russ throwing 5 touchdowns, you supposed to be getting blown out. If you didn't, then you did what you had to do.
Yeah. Look what they got them Cowgirls at though.
That's what. Hey, that's before the end of the. That's before the end of the week because New Orleans is still up there and they lost. So
Nah, they got them Cowgirls at 15. Man, I heard. I don't know
let's
if
see
it's
what the new
true.
power rankings are.
I don't know if it's true, but they said that they gonna be wearing jersey dresses next week. But
We'll see.
God.
We'll see.
I'm gonna tell you what they did, Corey, since you want to throw us out there. They took into account that we was missing the best offensive player as of last year. That's what they was taking.
Just because he caught the most passes don't mean he the best.
He won the offensive player of the year.
That boy run slants. Come on,
I
man.
don't care. You can't stop it.
Hey, Luther on one tonight, bro.
2 yards, two
Zoe,
yards in a cloud of dust. You got it.
If it ain't
Hey,
broke, Zoe, if it
Hey.
ain't broke,
okay.
If it ain't broke, don't break it.
Yeah.
if it ain't broke,
Okay. Go ahead. Next game.
Niners at Giants.
Niners.
Niners.
That's.
care
I don't
who
know,
hurt.
man. They
I
whole
don't care
damn
who hurt.
team hurt.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh damn, Saquon.
Saquon
gone.
hurt.
Yeah.
That daggone dumpster
Yeah.
fire.
They
49ers.
did just sign Devontae Freeman, who missed the
They
block
did?
in the Super Bowl.
come on
Uh,
now.
So,
So now you got 2 running backs that stacked on top of each other like 6'1".
yeah, because
No, they got Gallman.
No, man.
They do
the
got
starting
Wayne
running back
Gallman.
now is Deion,
Oh,
is
somebody-
Deion Lewis.
They gonna use him as a receiver, man.
change the play.
Gallman go get them carries.
Mike,
We'll see.
Mike, I guarantee you wouldn't bet up on that, Mike.
Oh, this
Mike
dude
said the Giants.
Mike, I bet you
Ooh.
wouldn't bet up on that.
And Daniel Jones, we trust. Let's see that on the dollar bill.
I trust
time is
Daniel
that game?
Jones more than
Is
I trust
Kittle gonna
Mitch
win?
Trubisky.
What time is that game, Jay? Is that the early game or a late game?
No, that's
think
1
it's a
o'clock.
late game.
1 o'clock.
Okay.
Is Kittle gonna play?
Listen. Kittle is coming back for week 3, but even if Kittle don't come back, they got Josh Reed. Is it Jake Reed or Josh Reed?
But you got to remember, 49ers is a run team anyway, so Mostert gone.
Mostert gone. But Jared McKinnon look good.
Jared McKinnon is all right, man.
McKinnon is all right.
Mostert,
you late.
If he get a step up on you, brother is swimming past you. Bro,
he out of there.
Yeah, he out of there. They got a lot of those guys.
Next game. Bengals at Eagles.
Oh,
does the rookie get his first win with this one?
I think the rookie might get his. I think I want to pick the Eagles. I do.
Yes, we all do. But
Eagles have no offensive line. I'm going Cincinnati.
Rookie get his first win. I think I'm gonna go with the Bengals too.
My emotions pick the Giants. I don't like that.
I know we know how it is.
Hey, I got you. I feel you.
Somebody said the Eagles gonna turn around.
Hey, Floyd just came in right when we
said
up,
Floyd?
Floyd just came in when we said Eagles, man. It's almost like he come just for the reason.
Go figure.
Floyd, how about you call in and tell us why? Tell me why I should pick the Eagles, man, because I'm teeter-tottering on this. I don't know. Oh man,
save Mills pick to Floyd call.
Yeah, keep going.
Texans at Steelers. Steelers.
Yeah.
Steelers.
They need
better
Antonio.
coach,
hey man, put Antonio Brown on speed dial Houston right now. They can sign Antonio Brown and Dez, and they'd be all right.
How bad does it look if the Steelers sign Antonio Brown?
He ain't going back to Pittsburgh.
They're not gonna do that.
He ain't going back to Pittsburgh.
Y'all really think the Texans receiving core is that bad?
It's terrible.
I mean, they got a bunch of. I just think they just don't have a real number one. That's my thing.
I think
Will Fuller. Look, Will Fuller will blow the roof off of any defense in the NFL. It's just a question if he's gonna catch it or not.
The motherfucker. I mean, the individual got me 0 points.
That was some personal stuff right there.
0 points.
Personal,
bro.
That was personal.
Both of my starting receivers went out up in my other league. AJ Brown got hurt.
Yeah.
And Godwin got hurt. Both of my star receivers out this week. And I put in Will Fuller. He's full of shit. Man.
Hold on, here go Floyd right here.
All right, Floyd, convince us.
What's good, homie?
What's up, man?
What's up, Floyd?
Why should I pick? Why should I pick the Eagles?
Chilling, man.
Hey, you already know, man. This offensive line, we hurt. You know, I'll give it to you. We hurt. We struggling right now, but we definitely gonna turn around. You know why we're gonna win though? Because of the coaching. Doug Peterson is a proven coach. He's gonna turn this thing around. We're gonna get it right, man.
This the week.
Why
are you laughing? Why are you laughing, bro?
Is this the week?
This is the week that Jalen Hurts takes over as the starting quarterback.
I thought you said we like us, the team. Hey, is this the week? Of course, it's the week. That's why I called in, didn't I?
That's rough, man.
When is Jalen Hurts gonna make that appearance behind center?
Hey, other than that, I also wanted to say the only reason why Corey got his goddamn chest puffed out right now because the Falcons goddamn sitting around not playing defense, pissing me off, and they want to get the goddamn Cowboys again. It's fucking bullshit, man. That motherfucker walked into work this morning like Tony Stark and shit. He just told us.
Hey, I sent him a text. I sent him a text yesterday morning with Tony Stark like this. Said this how Cowboy fans walked into work Monday morning. Man, he got mad as hell.
Hey, Corey, what my boy Dennis Green said? He said,
hey, they are.
We let him off the hook.
Y'all want to struggle? We struggle.
Definitely let him off the hook, but hey, appreciate
appreciate you, Floyd.
Floyd, I think you convinced me, man. I think you convinced me to go against the Eagles. I appreciate it, brother.
I'll be praying on this one.
All right, bro. Appreciate it, man.
Hey, man, y'all
Later,
be easy,
bro.
man. Keep up the show, man. Y'all doing a great job, man.
All right,
Thanks, bro.
bro.
Appreciate you.
That joke was funny, bro.
Like you convinced me that I made the right pick.
Yeah. I'm going against the Eagles this week. All right, go ahead, Jay. Let's go ahead and knock this out.
And we're gonna do the next three real fast.
right.
Jets, Colts.
Colts.
Yeah, Colts.
The Chargers. No, the Panthers at the Chargers.
Chargers.
Chargers. CMC hurt. Chargers.
Tampa
4 to
Bay,
6 weeks,
Buccaneers, and Broncos.
Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay.
Tampa.
Who's the Broncos quarterback right now?
Driscoll.
Driscoll. That's what.
Driscoll.
I thought Drew Lock was good.
He's hurt.
Yeah, I thought he
Not
was.
to show the
Yeah, it said 2 to 3 weeks.
Lions at Cardinals.
Cardinals.
Cardinals
Cardinals.
again.
Yeah,
Cowboys
Oof.
Cowboys at who?
At
Seahawks.
Seattle.
Who?
Seattle.
I'm taking 12. I'm going to 12.
Ain't got no fans.
I'm going
12.
Seattle, man. I'm going Seattle.
You know where I'm going.
Yeah, like a daggone fool.
Well,
just
hold
signed
on.
Blake
Let's watch this.
Who
one.
did?
The
Hey,
Broncos.
Yeah, Broncos.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, their coach who actually was the offensive coordinator for Kaepernick said, no, we have not discussed anything about Kaepernick.
That's cool.
what was it for? Who?
For the Broncos.
For the
They signed
Broncos.
Blake Bortles.
That's incredible.
I
So
would've
I'm
signed
gonna tell
Kaepernick
you,
in a minute.
I'm gonna tell you what this dude on this Dallas Cowboys fan page said about the game against Seattle. He said gonna be a rough start like we had again. DK Metcalf was shit all over this pathetic secondary. I still have no idea how Jerry Jones or anybody else thinks our safeties are good at all. Honestly, I think the score would be 41-28 Seahawks, but I hope the score would be 35-31 Cowboys. That's about how I feel.
So
I'm still gonna ride. I'm gonna ride with him. I'm gonna ride with him. But if DK Metcalf get into the secondary, which when Russell Wilson says "hut," he's in the secondary, he's a problem.
you see what he
Haven't
did?
y'all allowed a 100-yard receiver every game? I think.
Yeah.
For what game? Goodness gracious.
Yeah. It's
Hey,
once
Green Bay.
once you get past the corners, man. Once you get into the safety area, it's terrible. Go ahead. Oh, my bad, Jay. I'm sorry. Green Bay who?
No, you
Saints.
good. Sunday night football game. Green Bay at the Saints.
Oh, that's a night
Green
game. That's a
Bay.
good one. I'm going Green Bay. I
I'm
don't know
going
what
Green
Drew
Bay.
Brees is anymore.
Yeah, Michael Thomas coming. Michael Thomas won't be back, really.
No. So they downgraded his injury to mild. So the doctor that actually, all right, man. I'm gonna make it quick. So the doctor that actually diagnosed him with the severe high ankle sprain is Green Bay's doctor. So he's the guy that got a signs off on if Michael Thomas play this weekend or not. So I'm not gonna lie, I want to reserve my pick pending what Michael Thomas do, because Drew Brees, like, he don't like what Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless always say, like, they got guys from Dorchester. It literally looked like he had no one to throw to except for Alvin Kamara. So I'm gonna reserve my pick until the injury reports on Thursday come out.
Sounds good. All right, what's next, Jay?
Well, I say if Ken guard Mike don't play, definitely Green Bay. If Ken guard Mike do play, still definitely Green Bay. Now that leads us to the Monday night.
This is the big one right here.
This the one.
It's
This
tough.
the one.
The champs at the birdcage to play the Ravens. Champs versus chumps.
I think Kansas City vulnerable, and this is gonna be the second week in 3 weeks that I went against them. I'm going Baltimore.
Ravens.
I'm going Ravens too.
Baltimore.
Okay,
Jay,
so
you gonna
I will
have
say
to
this. No, I will say this. I am already at least 2 games up in picking on all of you. You guys for this free game. Now I'm up 3 because Kansas City will not only beat them, they will beat them by at least 10. Book it.
Okay.
Chiefs by 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chiefs
All
by
right.
10.
Hold on. Let me mark this.
Yeah, we're gonna write
Jay,
this one down.
Can I
Chiefs
bet
by
you a
10.
bottle of Crown?
Yeah, you know my cash out.
Yeah,
Nah,
but I'm
I ain't
saying
giving you 10 points.
Fair.
no, that's what I was going by. You said they will win by 10. I wanted to take the over under. Yeah, tell me you
Hell
bullshit.
nah.
Man.
He said straight up win dubs and losses, huh?
That's not my team, so I'll never do that.
Hey, that sounds like a good bet, man. We'll handle it in the parking lot, but let's go ahead and transition real quick. Knock this out in 15, 20 minutes, so we can end it. Transition to basketball. Right now, Denver is up 93-75 on the Lakers. Remember what I told y'all, whoever gets the whistle is going to win. Right now, the free throw disparity is 18. Well, actually, 23-14. Denver has been to the line more than LA. They're winning the 3-point. They knocked down 9 3-pointers. They're shooting 40%. And they're winning the rebound battle 33-18. So
that's big. That's big right there.
Right. So when you let them play, right, or if you favor them with the whistle, it just seemed like everything else falls in place, right? Follow the free throw disparity, and then you're gonna see who's getting favored with the whistle.
And it ain't even that much of a disparity. That shows you that they let them really play. It's almost, it's closer than it's been. And I would love to watch this game because Jamal Murray is playing different. He's the leader in assists tonight, which is not normally his forte. He got 11 dimes in the third quarter. So,
what's Michael Porter Jr. doing?
He 4 for 5, 9 points, 5 boards, 2 assists, 2 steals. So
you got
solid.
21 from Jeremy Grant right now.
Wow, that's the difference in the game right there.
So
there it is right here. I seen something on my phone that said "ladies and gentlemen," and then it just said "sweet." So it's gonna be a gentleman sweep. Hey, Lakers in 5. Don't worry about it. We already.
But you're right. You're right.
I believe you're right.
They might get it in 5.
I think 6. I say 6.
Right. You just gotta follow that whistle and the free throws, and they're letting you know who they're favoring for their game, and it pisses me off, man.
Gotcha.
But we're not trying to discuss who we think is going to win the championship. My thing is, a lot of people feel like it's a foregone conclusion that the Lakers is going to win it. All right, let me go ahead and just say, okay, I second that notion. Let's say the Lakers do win. Now that gives LeBron James 4 rings. In your guys' opinion, 4 rings for LeBron James out of 10 tries. What does that do for his legacy? And on the other hand, if he fails to get this 4th ring that everyone says is a foregone conclusion, what does that do for his legacy?
I don't think either way hurts or hinders his legacy. I don't.
Explain.
LeBron is LeBron. I mean, he's LeBron James. A 4th ring, it still ain't gonna make him Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? It's just not.
Right.
LeBron is definitely excellent at what he does. LeBron has taken a Lakers team and made them relevant again, and that's what he was brought to LA to do. And hey, congratulations, man. Good job. But I mean, his legacy is already pretty much solidified, man.
Okay.
He going to Hall of Fame regardless.
Yeah, he if he stopped playing right now, he's in the Hall.
Jay, I will say this one thing and I'm done. I don't think if he win one, it could benefit him as much as if he loses, how much it would affect him.
That's where I was going. I agree. I agree with that. I think if he loses, because it's such a foregone conclusion that they're going to win this ring, especially, with what people thought at the beginning, their real competition to actually, compete with them in the Western Conference being the Clippers, they gone. This Nugget team, nobody is really expecting them to do anything, and the West has been better than the East, as a whole conference for some time. I think him, if by whatever way he does not win it, I think it'll definitely be an indictment on him as far as the GOAT conversation is concerned. But he's already one of the greatest basketball players we've ever seen. You know, he could retire right now, be first ballot Hall of Famer. He'll have a lot of spots in the record books. You know, and if he wins, you know, it'll be another notch under his belt. I know he'll feel good about it to get closer to, you know, Kobe, not only MJ, but Kobe too. You know, he'll be one step away from that. So I think, you know, if he wins, it'll look like, hey, well, you were supposed to win. If he loses, I think the LeBron, the dislike club is definitely gonna come out and in full force reminding him that he did that, because it's clubs on both sides. That's what I'm not into the stands or either, but it's clubs on both sides. They're gonna come out killing them, but you know, it just is what it is.
That's exactly what I was gonna say though. Whoever that is that commented that, yeah, this is Kobe and GG's ring anyway. So yeah.
Well, you know, in the history of the NBA, there's only been 2 players to win rings in 3 different locations. There's never been a player to the team 3 different teams to rings. You know what I'm saying? So those 2 players, do anybody know?
No, of course not.
Let me think about it.
What, 3 different places? Ori
one.
That was Ori.
Ray Allen.
No, he only got
he only got 2.
John Sally.
Okay.
Pistons.
Role players.
Yeah. So, but LeBron had the chance to go down in history to be the first star to win everywhere he went. You know what I mean?
And what does that mean? What does that mean? What's the conclusion?
What does it mean? The conclusion of that is that he did it. Like, you know what I'm saying? He went to 3 different teams and won 3 different places. Period.
And what is it? I mean, that's like, you can't come to any conclusion from that though. That's just
that's what this ring of mean. He won in another location. So so the short of my answer is, it does nothing to establish or diminish his greatness.
He's already established as being great, man. I don't think that him losing this ring is going to tarnish his legacy. I just don't. I think that, you know, like, if anything, it'll give Jordan Love something to talk about.
Because, you know, people are still gonna say he had to go and get other pit players with him. It's not like he went to Charlotte Hornets and, you know, won something. He went to Miami Heat with a D Wade and also had to get a Chris Bosh. People are always gonna say that. Like, if he would have just remained in Cleveland and went 4-10 up in the finals, that, to me, my personal opinion, will look a lot better than going 4-10 with 3 different franchises. My opinion.
I can dig that. I
agree.
Nowhere. The answer to that question is nowhere.
What?
Nowhere.
Wait,
nowhere near the list.
If Murray.
Nowhere.
So here's my take on the
top
thing
50.
Right? He can't lose. He can't lose to Denver. He can't lose to whoever's coming out of the East. He just can't. Right. It'd be very detrimental if this dude end up 3-10. Very detrimental. Right. 3-9 already. I mean, not 3-9, but 3-9, 3-6 is already horrible. Like, it's just not good for someone that's in the GOAT conversation. But if he wins it, it doesn't do much for him because he's still the same player. Like, we're not going to a list and saying who has how many rings. Okay, let's make the GOAT list based off the ring. That's not how it happens. How it happens is you look and you see the best player you've ever seen, and you compile 5 or 6 of them, the best you've ever seen, and then you start looking at the accomplishments.
Okay, gotcha.
Right, looking at the accomplishments, looking at if they're so great, what did it equate to? You know, did it equate to winning at the highest level? Then you start doing it. You don't say, let's just go to the ring count and put Ori and Bill Russell in that conversation. No, you don't. You don't, because if
Well,
right now, if I ask Jay, hold
Mel.
on, Jay. Let me ask you, Jay. Who's the best center you've ever seen play the game?
My own eyes,
Kareem. So when we have this conversation of the greatest, and then I say Michael Jordan, and I bring up his accomplishments, and I say 6 rings is one of his accomplishments, and you say, well, what about Bill? You're already lost because you already said that Bill's not even greater than Kareem.
I get what you're saying,
but
right, so you can't even bring like if Kareem is a better player overall than Bill Russell, then how are we counting Bill Russell's rings?
Well, here's the problem. With your argument. You said LeBron going 3 for 9 already in the finals is bad, dude.
It is.
He actually 3 for 17 because he played for 17 years. So
okay, that's bad too.
Yeah, okay. But what I'm saying is, when you say Jordan never lost in the finals, but he had 8 seasons where he didn't win a ring. So that doesn't count.
So what's better? What's better, 3 for 17 or 6 for 15?
6 for 15 easy.
No, all right. So no matter how you slice it, 6 for 15 or 3 for 17,
it ain't
3
even,
for 18 now.
This is 17th season. What I'm telling you is, when you're talking about a basketball player and you're saying, oh, you don't get no credit for making the finals. Well, if we're only going to give credit to the team that wins the championship, then all those other years that you didn't make the finals count too. You was too ass to even make the finals. You did what I'm saying? Like, when I hear this argument over and over, people say, oh, well, he made the finals, but he couldn't win it. Hey, it takes a lot to make the finals. You beat everybody else in the East. You beat everybody else in the West, or whatever the case may be.
But does it take a lot to get to the finals when DeMar DeRozan is your greatest challenge, or Paul George is your greatest challenge? Like, Paul George leading the Pacers and DeMar DeRozan leading the Raptors was LeBron's greatest challenge coming out of the East, other than the Big Three in Boston. He got past the Big Three. He got past the Big Three with a super team that was younger than the Big Three. The Big Three was past that.
The Gilbert Arenas led Wizards.
Okay, so you go. So you hold on. Gilbert Arenas led Wizards. Paul George led Pacers, and DeMar DeRozan led Raptors versus Dirk and Dallas versus Tim Duncan, Ginobili,
it's
Parker,
too many in the West. It was so many
versus
in the West.
Durant, Westbrook, Harden, and OKC versus Dwight, Harden, and Houston versus Kobe, Gasol, and LA. You get what I'm saying? Versus CP3 and Blake Griffin in LA versus Clay and Steph and Golden State. You get what I'm saying? It's a whole lot different.
None of that. No, it's different, but what I'm trying to say is, it's an accomplishment to make it to the finals, no matter who you are. Period.
All right, name the other people that came out of the East that is praised for their accomplishments to making it to the finals. Name them real quick.
Every Eastern Conference.
Who? Name them.
I can tell you somebody who does not get the credit he deserves for making it to the finals, and that's Dwight.
But don't go yet. Don't go yet, Zoe. I want Jay to remember. If he's saying it's accomplishment to make it, then how come you can't remember nobody else other than LeBron out of the East that made it to the finals? Name them real quick. Name them. You can't. All right, but Reggie Miller led the Pacers to the finals. Nobody give him credit. Allen Houston led the Knicks to the finals. Nobody give him credit. Allen Iverson led the Phillies to the finals. Nobody give him credit. Jason Kidd led the Nets to the finals 2 times in a row. Nobody gives him credit. Only LeBron gets credit for coming out of the East.
He get credit, dude. If you make it to the
you
finals,
can't even remember him, Jay.
You didn't even give me no time to say who I started talking. You said you can't.
Knicks.
Oh, my bad, then.
Yeah, you didn't give him credit. Mel.
My bad.
Allen Houston to the finals one time in our lifetime. He said Allen Houston, Latrell was on the same team.
Yeah.
Okay.
They lost to the Spurs.
In comparison to LeBron.
No, what I'm saying is, you said Reggie Miller went to the finals. Who did Reggie Miller play in the finals, man?
The Lakers. And they crushed them.
They got their ass whooped.
How Reggie Miller and Rick Smith supposed to beat Shaq and Kobe?
I mean, Rick Smith, boy, if he didn't have bad feet,
Yeah, Rick Smith
they
was
still
nice.
would have lost. But
yeah,
I'm
they
just
probably
saying.
still would have lost.
The
He was nice.
Duncan Dutchman.
When you Allen Iverson and you 5'11", marked at 6'2", and you leading your team in scoring, leading the league in scoring, and you have Mutombo, Aaron McKee, George Lynch, and Matt Geiger and Eric Snow, all 9 scorers. All right, Mutombo. The next year, Mutombo was his best player. Mutombo and Theo Ratliff. These guys are 9 scorers. And you make it to the finals. That lets you know what the East was built like. When J Kidd can be your best player and go 2 times in a row, you're not that great of a conference. Come on, man. The East is what it is. He's not getting there.
It's been a lesser conference. It's been a lesser conference for a long time,
okay.
which is the reason why he brags so heavy.
Have the East been winning championships? If we go back 20 years, from 2000, well, from the end of the Bulls era, how many of those championships did the East win?
Only the super teams won in the East, and that was Miami Heat super team and the Boston Big Three super team. Only the super teams won in the East.
Don't forget about the Cavs. Don't forget about the Cavs won.
The Pistons got a ring.
And Detroit.
And the Cavs, they won that one when LeBron went back. So, I mean, a few teams.
That was a super team, though.
It was.
It wasn't a super team.
It was supposed to be a super team.
Yeah.
Supposed to.
Almost super team.
Super team.
So all I'm saying is if no matter what, if you make it to the finals of whatever your sport is, if you're one of the last, you should get credit.
You do get credit. But you do get credit for that, Jay. But guess if you're playing spades and you throw out the little joker, right? You can beat the ace and the deuce and the king. That's good. So when LeBron James throws out 8 finals, right? Lost 6 of them. When he throws that out, you know who that trumps? That trumps DeMar DeRozan. That trumps Westbrook. That trumps CP3. But it doesn't trump MJ. You can't take 6-0 and take 3-6 and say this is what I'm bringing to the table. That's the little joker.
I didn't say it trumped it. What I'm saying is
people dismiss it.
What I hear in arguments a lot of times is saying, oh, well, since he lost in the finals, that's then not making it to the finals and still losing. How the hell is that possible?
No. And the perspective is MJ. He's in the when people say that and dismiss his finals appearances, it's only in relative to when they're talking about goats. You can't take losses in the final and take it up against 0 losses in the final. It doesn't you can't even, that doesn't even match up. You get what I'm saying? It's the little joker. Right, but if you want to compare LeBron to J Kidd and Reggie Miller and them, then he trumps them by his 8 finals appearance. But he can't reach a Bird, Magic, Kobe, and Michael Jordan with 6 finals losses. That's all I'm saying.
Bird got final losses. Magic got final losses. So if they'd have went more, they probably would have lost more. So you can't say that.
How many times did Bird go and how many times did Magic go? Because Magic went he's 5-4. Did you know that? So he's went the same amount of time as LeBron, but won 2 more. Come on, man. There's no way around it, bro. You don't go up against GOAT with the GOAT conversation. That's you can't bring a knife to a gunfight. 3-6 is a knife. 6-0 is a gun.
All I'm telling you, what I'm telling you is the whole GOAT conversation is a conversation by itself, and rings don't have a place in that conversation. Period. It does.
Oh, that's tough. That's tough.
Because
that's
that's the team
Look, we got to end it because I only got a minute left on this card. But we got to end it, and we have to bring back. We have to finish our GOAT discussion, GOAT theories, because this is the conversation we got to have. I don't know how Jay said the rings don't belong in the GOAT conversation. That's tough, Jay, to say the rings don't belong there.
We need to bring back
because they absolutely
for the past couple of weeks.
Yeah, we'll get back in that.
Yeah, because if you're taking the rings out of it, I'm putting Allen Iverson in that GOAT conversation. Because pound for pound, he's a stone cold killer.
And if you put Iverson in there without the rings, then you know who I'm putting in there, right? Jalen Rose.
No.